get a news update, brother Tunto Spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia Tunto Spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just Tunto Spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. If you eat Kepan, congratulate my brother Tunto Spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. You wanna get a news update, Tunto Spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you about today?
Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon.
Ba-da-ba-de-ba-de-ba.
Spoon.
Skiddy-biddy-biddy-da-ba-do.
Spoon TV. Spoon Entertainment.
Kua. Bese kua, kudileo. Kua, kudileo.
Tunto Spoon. To get your information. Tunto Spoon. To be part of the discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station. Spoon television.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, charges on the beat.
Tunto Spoon to get your information. Tunto Spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Moravia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just Tunto Spoon, you ain't know. If the children crying for starvation, just Tunto Spoon. You want to get a news update, brother Tunto Spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia Tunto Spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just Tunto Spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. If you eat Kepan, congratulate my brother Tunto Spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, Tunto Spoon. Yeah, Tunto Spoon. You wanna get a news update, Tunto Spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you about today?
Spoon.
Bese Ba-da-ba-de-ba-de-ba.
Spoon
Skiddy-biddy-bee-da-ba-do.
Spoon TV, Spoon Entertainment.
Kua, 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 kua. Bese kua, 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 kudileo. Kua, kua, kudileo.
Todo Spoon to get
Yes, I
your
do.
information.
Kua,
Todo Spoon to be
yes, I do. Badile, badileo.
Spoon, Spoon Television.
Yes, I do. Badileo.
Spoon, Spoon Radio Station.
Yeah.
Spoon Television.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stan Tony with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
Todo Spoon to get your information. Todo Spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, Spoon, Spoon Television. Spoon, Spoon, Spoon Radio Station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia.
Monrovia,
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa.
Africa.
Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat Cape Town, gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, I do, but today,
Spoon TV, Spoon,
yes, I do, but today.
Spoon,
Besetu.
Spoon TV, Spoon,
Ba-da-ba-de-ba-de-ba.
Spoon,
Skiddy-biddy-bee-da-ba-do.
Spoon TV, Spoon Entertainment.
Kua, kua, kua. Bese kua, kudileo. Kua, kudileo.
Todo Spoon to get
Yes, I do.
Radio Station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia.
Monrovia,
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa.
Africa.
Just to spoon you will know. If the children
Okay, folks, it's another wonderful day in Monrovia. We'd like to say welcome to the late night politics on Spoon. As you know, this is where Liberians gather to talk about the issues that affect the country, be it politics, a social issue, and a lot more. I'd like to say welcome to the program tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. The late night show is designed by the management of this institution to give a voice to every single person out there, regardless of your political view, regardless of the political party you support. A voice is given to every single person right here to talk about the issues that matters most to them. So we are live right now on Fabric Radio 101.1 FM. We are live on Super 95.5 FM. We are live on Spoon 107.5 FM across the country. We're also live on Spoon TV Live, Fabric TV, Super TV, and also on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. I want to say welcome to the program tonight. My name is Nelson Colette, and the panel is open to everyone. All you have to do is to join us is to kindly click on the link in the comment section. That's why I will consistently post the link right there in the comment section. You can click on the link and just put your information in, and you can be able to join us on the show tonight. We will also open the lines at some point where every single person can come up here and make their contributions to the discussions. I'd like to say welcome to the show tonight. Let me go across and welcome the guys who are already here. I see Sheikh Sharif has joined us. Let me say welcome, Sheikh.
Thank you so much for having me. How was your day?
Yeah, my day was good. And it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, my brother.
And I was saying to someone the other day, Sheikh is like the Dr. Richardson of the Spoon Talk. You know, when Sheikh is coming on, he's the first to come on.
Yes.
aside from me, who sits there and create the show, if Sheikh is coming on that day, Sheikh will be the very first person to get backstage. I want to say thank you for that, my brother, and it's good to see you here again.
We are committed to the cause, my brother.
Yeah, so they say JMB, that JMB people that how they can do it. Eh?
Exactly.
I don't know whether that's good English. Okay, so
That's good English.
okay.
Nelson, I believe you are muted. We can hear you.
I'm sorry. Yes, I think it's something from my end here. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So let me say welcome to everyone. Peters, Alexander Peters is not ready yet. I don't know where is he. Is he in the dark or what? Okay, Peters, it's great to have you on. And so let me say welcome to everyone. I think it's a good one to start with. Jerry, what's happening to your? Is there something going on in Korea or what? The internet, you're muted.
You said my internet? No, there's nothing wrong with my internet, bro.
Okay. I thought
Korea got 5G. Korea operates 5G, bro.
I thought the CDC guys temper with internet already.
No, they do not have that sophistication, bro.
Okay, we've not had any CDC person to join us here, but Sharif, again, welcome. Rotnit, thanks for joining us, Chief. It's a great thing to have you on here. I appreciate the fact that you made up time to you make up time every weekend to join us. Our dear brother Kamara, thanks for joining us as well, Chief. You know, sometimes Kamara, I don't know, but you confuse the people a whole lot. 1 minute you have JMB picture in your background, the other minute you have President George Weah picture in your background. The other meaning, you have something else. So someone was asking me the other day, who does that guy really support? The fact that other people come on the show, they say, hey, I support CDC. I support
Nelson.
Mhm.
Nelson, do you hear me?
I think we should all mute because I'm getting a feedback somewhere here. I'm getting a feedback somewhere here.
Nelson, can you hear me?
Yes, I think it's much better now. I can hear you.
We you know, when you see lions and tigers, look, you look up there. You see that? Yeah. When you see lions and tigers and all that stuff, you know it's JMB, man. We support that. So
Okay.
it's all we in the jungle.
Okay, that's a great one. So Kamara, are you there? Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I just smile. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
So tell the people, where do you stand, Kamara? 1 minute you have JMB picture in your background, the next minute is President Weah.
Actually, let me make my audience to understand today, our followers. Actually, I support JMB, but before my coming to the US,
another JMB man.
before my coming to the US, I was appointed in Madam Salif government, but by then I was sympathizing with CDC. I used to go on CDC documentary to provide an education for our Congress and compeers. I used to go there to provide the historical analysis for our Congress. At the time, some of the citizens who can be able to that are on the show tonight, they can attest to that. I used to go along with Representative Moses Ascara Gray.
Okay.
But then when I came back from China, then I never take too long. Madam Salif appointed me to serve as a youth chairperson for the National Traditional Council. So I was a youth person for the National Traditional Council, a silent role.
Wait, Kamara. You see, Baba Sharif, you see what I'm talking about? So at some point, you were with the CDC.
Yeah, actually.
And at some point, you were with the Unity Party.
No. Let me. I was sympathizing with CDC. When someone is sympathizing, it's quite different from someone who is a registered and
member. Having a full membership and all of that.
Okay. So I was in UL at the time when Moses Ascara used to call me for me to go on CDC psychometry at the time. At the time, the name was not psychometry.
But listen, our brother Kamara. So which party did you have a membership for? Did you have any ID card?
No. I am not a registered member of any political party in Liberia.
Okay. Now we got that. Thank you very much. So no wonder why you change the background every time. 1 minute is President Weah, the next minute is But right now, where do you stand?
I stand right now with JMB.
Okay, thank you.
And for the matter, from when I came to the US, 2014, in 2017, I was the first person that President Weah told his security advisors for them to be able, for the US government to be able to send back in the country in Liberia. My picture was in the newspaper for good 1 week.
Imagine that. Anyway. Kamara, we'll talk off air. We'll talk off the show. But thank you very much, my brother. Moba, my co-moderator, thanks for joining us. The American way, Igwe High again. Peter, thanks for joining us as well.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I don't know how music.
Thank you, Nelson. Nicola.
Yeah, my man.
Jared, Jared is self-regulator. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, bro, it's a pleasure to be on the show again, to meet our colleagues and continue to push the agenda of Joseph Yima Boaka and Jeremiah Kpankun. I mean, in a nutshell.
You know, today, Gerard caught you all right. Today, CDC was no CDC person will carry tonight. You know what? because they are
No.
being flocked again. We're getting 10 over 1.
Yeah, you know, so I
Ten
mean, it's a pleasure. We are here. We want to rescue our
But
country.
George Khan.
The poverty rate, almost 700,000 plus people have been placed back to poverty. And the government continue to play mockery out of our people. So, I mean, we are here to have a conversation. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Let me not take much of our time.
According to my statistics, right now, the government is the higher employee in the country. So,
No, the employer, you mean the government is a higher employer?
Yeah.
How?
The government is a higher employer in the country. The government employ a lot of people, but someone working with the government, but guess what? I mean, someone with the government, but they're working directly, but they're getting paid. On a summit way.
Thank you.
According to our record.
Let's not jump.
Then we got no company in the country.
No, Nelson, he's right. Though. Our government the employment rate of our government is 85 to 15%, but in Ghana it's 80 to 20. Private sector get 80%, the public sector get around.
We will do that.
But our public sector will get
Gentlemen. Okay. I'm my uncle moderator. I muted the man. Y'all don't can do that thing on the show today. Let me welcome Rodney. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. And then I'll bring on Raymond, and then we'll start the show. So, Raymond, thanks for joining us.
I'm always glad to be here.
So again, we are encouraging the females to join us. So we are 8 on set right now. We have room for 2 other persons to join us, and preferably, I will look forward to having 2 females joining us on the show, and the guys from the CDC, you can join us as well. Cindy sits here and represent the CPP almost every day, and we're not seeing Cindy tonight. We hope Cindy can join us. Toure as well, who comes from Councillor Tiawan Gonglo's party. We hope Toure can join us. So we have a great conversation here tonight. But I'd like to go back to have us make our opening. Just whatever you like to talk about that's on your mind. We will start with Moba. Moba, you can go ahead, sir. What's on your mind? So let's give you 1 minute, 30 seconds. I'm going to set the timer, and then we can get started. But just before you come in, Moba, I want to re-emphasize our rules here on the show, especially for those wanting to join us today for the first time. The number 1 rule here is that if you're coming on, make sure that you don't have anything sleeveless. At least you cover up a t-shirt or so. Yes, that's okay. But you can be in your muzzle arm, as we call it, and then you're joining the show. No, we're on TV. And then the choice of words, let's try to keep it clean as much as we can disagree on the show. But this is a platform that a lot of people are listening to, and you want to keep your dictions clean. And
Okay,
then avoid distraction. Yeah.
I got on my Xavier Dad t-shirt, man. I'm proud of my son, Justin Toy. He just got accepted into Xavier University in Louisiana on a track program. He's a runner, and he's going to represent Liberia. So I'm proud to be a dad of a son who runs a lot and going to represent Liberia. So we're going to follow the rules.
That's a great one. Thank you very much, and congratulations to him.
Thank you.
Okay. So the next thing is, if you're joining us, make sure that the camera is stable, not from a car. Make sure that you're not driving. Just make sure that you're in a better position. Like you see our brother Jerry, and all other persons on set here. Yes, just position your camera well, and then you can join the show tonight. But again, we'd like to kickstart the conversation. Moba, you can start the show.
Thank you.
By telling us what's on your mind.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you. What on my mind this hearing? All depend where you're watching from. Well, the Liberian people business on our mind every day. Unemployment rate is very low in our country. I remember when before Joria could become president, he said he was coming open 1 million jobs. But today, no jobs in the country for ordinary citizens. No job. If you check it out today, I challenge the government. Anybody from the government? Last night I asked George. I said, George, can you tell me how many companies since your president took power? Can you tell me how many companies that are brought in the country for our youth, people who graduate from college or high school, like get a vacation job? Can you tell me? He never tell me one job. The only one he said, I mean, I can remember according to what he said was the Avenue or whatsoever. But how can a company come in a country that the government itself is corrupt? That before a government come, they gotta go on the what we call concession agreement for them to bribe the system, so the company can get a certain amount of money before they get any registration business to that company. They must go into bribery. You know, it really, you know, like when I think about it, when I went through it today, I was like, wow, Liberia, what? A lot of companies when Georgia took power, he said a lot of Liberians are coming to get jobs. They're coming to be working. And, you know, people are coming to be able to feed their family. But today, I challenge anybody from the CDC-led government or even the supporter or even the sympathizer to tell me how many companies Georgia created for our people. How many people working apart from the government sector? How many? Some people that sit home, they're doing nothing, but they get paid another day. Some to put on payroll. We know that. We went through it. We call people. People tell all those things, and we get them in our head, and we know it's wrong for our country.
Thank you very much, Moba. Let's hold you there and take another. Okay, let's move to Sharif. Sharif, 1 minute 30 seconds, sir. What's on your mind? And again,
Yes.
those of you wanting to join us, you can just click on the link there in the comment section, and you can be able to join the show tonight, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. So, Sharif, go ahead, sir. What's on your mind?
Yes. Good evening, my people. It's a pleasure being here again with you guys. We have less than 42 days to the election. Is a critical moment in our history. So we will come on here to election and even after election to re-emphasize our stance to the people and also continue to disseminate our message to the Liberian people to tell them that we have one person in the race who is leading right now from all opinion polls, from all online polls, and even based on the mere fact of the appearances and the mass that turns out wherever he appears. Which is Joseph Numa Boakai. And we all saw today testament to that, his appearance in District Number 2 and District 18. We saw the mammoth crowd that came to support this man. And we all know that Liberian people are resolved to elect this man. So we are asking each and every well-meaningful Liberians to come out and support Joseph Numa Boakai. And we understand that electionary process takes a lot of funding and it requires a lot of money, and we want people to volunteer to become pool washers and go to joeboakai.com and donate. It requires money. This requires resources. We want you all to donate every penny you can afford, donate it, and it will go a long way and it will be accounted for. We need to rescue our nation. Our nation is at a critical juncture right now, and we cannot afford to let this opportunity slide. And we've seen the reception we get every single time whenever that name JMB or Joseph Numa Boakai is mentioned. The receptions are overwhelming in every sector of Liberian society, not only in Liberia but even diaspora. So we're asking each and every one of you. We have a great opportunity at hand right now. We have an opportunity to redeem our nation. We have an opportunity to put stop to this massive mismanagement that's ongoing in our nation. We have an opportunity right now to reestablish the rules of law in our country and good governance. We have an opportunity right now to rebuild our judicial system. We have an opportunity right now to revamp our educational sector as well. We also have an opportunity to reconstruct our roads and connect our counties. Our nation is too small that it cannot be interconnected. We need to be connected again. we also have to we have opportunity right now that Liberia can go back to the days where that we were self-sustainable. We can be self-sufficient again, where we can grow our
Just
own
a second.
benefit our people. We have opportunity in our hand. We cannot let this government to get away with whatever is going on. That is, we have to bring them accountable. We have to bring them to book. If you and I right now step at the store and pick something up and run away from the store, we'll be caught and we'll be prosecuted and jailed. But if we cannot allow that for the government officials to come into power and misuse our resources and money that's supposed to be meant for you and myself and the rest of the Liberian people, and it's been mismanaged and they're not being held accountable, we need to bring them to book. Thank you.
Thank you. Kamara, can you come in?
Yeah, all I have in my mind is to discuss the CDC. The CDC, as my intellect, as my sources are informing me, that the president want to get rid of Moba K. Molu. And in that way, Mr. President, you will be shooting yourself in your legs. Because Moba Molu is prepared. Moba Molu, he is not just prepared, just sitting down, just eating chocolate as you are. Moba Molu have built himself. Over the years, Moba Molu have built himself in it. How many times have you gone into the content and you are seeing the content team, the content seditions coming to come make statements? How many times has you went to Bapolu? How many times Bapolu have a content team? And those teams, they were built by Moba K. Molu. An attempt for you to get rid of that guy, an attempt for you to get rid of Moba K. Molu, you are juking yourself into your legs. And that is the reason why you are manipulating the guys that you brought on board in the lands of Land Eugene Nangwe for them to be able to manage. For them to be able to manage the so-called 50 millions or 500 millions, whatsoever it may be. Moba K. Molu is not part of that, and he is not plunging into your financial deals, but an attempt for you to get rid of that guy, an attempt for you to get rid of him, you are shooting yourself before Christmas days. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you come in?
I think it's Peters, Alexander.
Yeah, Peter. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So why Alexander is going on, guys, I'm encouraging you to share the show. Kindly share the show in your different group chats on your timelines and a lot. So
I already did.
Okay. So thank you very much. And even our folks joining us, those of you who are already making your contributions in the comment section, we appreciate if you were to share the show as well. Thank you. Go ahead, Alexander.
All right. What's on my mind today? There are a few things on my mind. I'm going to just list, a little bit. The first one on my mind, there's a 3-month-old girl a baby that got raped in Grand Bassa County, and up to now, there's nothing have been, there's no investigation have been put in place for that 3-month-old baby, and the mother was on RPJ TV asking the government for help. And then what's on my mind again, regarding about, let me say thanks to the people of Grand Bassa County. I appreciate them for not turning up to Josh Weah, when Josh Weah arrived there. The people of Grand Bassa, they are not stupid. You can just keep going. Remember, Cloud Weah went there, she make fake promises and stuff, says she's going to build, old folks' home and all the stuff, and up to now, you lied to the people of, the people of Bassa and everything. The people of Bassa, they are not stupid. And the fairground was completely empty. And I love to say thanks to the people of Bassa. I'm a Bassa man. Thanks so much to the people of Grand Bassa County. And what's on my mind right now is about the CCTV link that was placed on Facebook by so-called CDC government. That one person that worked within the airport that leaked Ambassador Joseph Boakai, going for a short meeting in Ghana, coming by, and put a link. That's a privacy. You're not supposed to do that. The CC camera, not to the airport. He's not a criminal that you go and record him and place it on Facebook, boasting about it, saying that he's sick and going for treatment. He's not sick. He was going for a quick meeting in Ghana, and he came back well, healthy, and strong. So, up to now, we are still in the Unity Party. They are fighting that case. So that's why I'm on my mind right now.
Thank you very much. Jerry, 1 minute, 30 seconds, sir.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to be back here. Actually, two things on my mind quickly. Number one, I would like to thank the people of District number 2 and District 13. It was not easy. It's like, JMB has turned to a magnetic, kind of individual where he is a vote magnet, the people's magnet. And the reason why all these things are happening because our people are feeling the impact in the transportation that they used to pay for Barnabas Junction and all the kind of places. And they're feeling it, the transportation, the fuel price, gas price, everything. And then they are mismanaging road fund that was strongly recommended by our incoming president, Joseph Yuma Boaka. So our people are coming out to, demonstrate to Wia. You are in Basel. Basel was empty. You had to wait, like you enter people town, they went on the farm. So you gotta wait for them. And when they come, before you can do that kind of situation, that's a clear message because the rescue model said it all. But Dylan said something very interesting today when you were introducing the standard bearer in District number 2. This man we are talking about is a man that some of us here we are struggling, to emulate his good example in terms of character. He said, I'm not even fair to step in this man's shoe. We are not lying to you. Joseph Boaka will never lie to you. Joseph Boaka is an honest man. And all of us are aware that corruption is the key factor that continue to undermine growth in our country. He has promised to exhibit zero tolerance or to make sure that there's zero tolerance. He has not stolen. So, let all of us put our hands together. Those of us that can visit joeboaka.com, let's visit joeboaka.com. Put your $1 there, your $2 there. Let's protect our votes. Georgia cannot do anything. Let us continue to think about Liberia. Let love Liberia. We will build Liberia together.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Through arrest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nelson, before you go, is there any way RBJ TV can link to this and bring this live for the people of Basel to also follow it as well? Is there any way?
You're talking about on the radio or on the TV? Which one?
On the TV, and then once it's on the TV, the people, going to follow it on the TV.
Okay, so we can talk that off air. Okay, I think you reached out sometime along the day. So let's handle that hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, let me link the management. We can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Rodney, it's over to you, sir. What's on your mind? 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah, man, I want to say thank you to all my Liberian brothers. I see one of my brother on the other end behind the green screen by Raymond. I always watch your show. You've been a fighter. You've been a hero. Thank you to Spoon Network. Thank you to everybody that have been trying to, make Liberia a better place. I watch all the shows and we just want to tell God thank you. But I got two things, that are on my mind tonight. One of the things is the Ben Stanley situation. It was discussed today, and that's close to home because I know him very well, and I need him to come home as a young man. This is your brother, your friend, your cousin, Rodney Torres speaking to you. Come home, Ben. President Joseph Yema Boaka. If you talk to him 2 o'clock in the morning, There's nothing on his mind but Liberia. People will attest to that. Whenever you talk to Joseph Yuma Boyka, he always talk about country, faith, love for country, obedience, young people. We are young. And there's one thing that you always hear from him is Liberia. So Ben, come home. Come home.
Okay.
Support Joseph Yuma Boyka.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Raymond?
So what's on my mind today is the failure of this government. The president tried to form a government, a sectional government, with his cabinet filled with Southeasterners. The first, third, and fourth position in the government all filled with Southeasterners, but yet they lack infrastructure development. Even though the Southeast has a very little population, but they always, especially in the 2017 election, stood by this current president, but yet he failed them. Even though he appointed a lot of their sons, but they all had the same agenda to fill their pockets, get themselves wealth that they never had overnight, and forgot the people. Now he's intending to go into the Southeast, but sources got it that he's going to go through the Ivory Coast before he goes. That's a shame. And it brings to mind why we need to turn to Joseph Yuma Boyka. Even though I hail from Lofa, but I know he's not going to form a government
Thank
that
you.
is sectional. He's not going to focus on people from his kinsmen. And we can see from the campaign trail, it's very
Thank you.
diverse. And that's what government is about. It's about everybody. And development will not be focused in any place because every Liberian deserves a share of the country resources. And Joseph Yuma Boyka is going to be the president of all.
Thank
and
you.
not a
Time is
sectional
out.
government.
Time is out. Thank you. Let's hear you, Desmond, and then we take Godwin and we move to our discussion for tonight.
Oh, good evening, guys. It's a pleasure once again.
What's on your mind? 1 minute, 30 seconds, sir.
Yeah. Opon has failed Liberians as a whole. He has let us down because the people, especially the elite, put him there for a reason. But it looked like he overlooked the reasons. And now he's using it for his own personal greed. It's a shame. It's definitely a shame. Because to be really fact, from my view, from the day one, all I thought Opon could have came to Liberia to be a star and a celebrity or a godfather of Liberia. And reason said is the fact that of his, his title in the world as one of the world's best football player. I thought Opon could have came to Liberia, rehabilitate those warlords, build his mansion in a certain place and set repertoire for him because the world got to know him. But came to find out he had an ambition, wanting to be president for which he has no capacity to rule a country. So it's a shame. But he has to leave, and we have to stand very firm that he has to leave. We need a new leadership to come in. Between the two evil, we'll take one less of the evil. Whatever comes there, we'll have to support them and work with them, but making sure that this time around, nobody will be left off the hook. Anyone that go wrong negatively, especially when it comes to corruption, abroad in Liberia, we're going to make sure that those people be apprehended. We'll definitely do so. Trust me on that.
Thank you.
So thank you, guys.
Very much. Thanks a lot. Godwin, go ahead, sir. What's on your mind?
Good evening. Good morning to you, the nurse, and good evening to the panelists, fellow panelists. It's good to be on briefly for Mama Liberia. Quick. It has been circulated around looking at a huge budget that is being budgeted by the ruling establishment. 50 million United States dollar for their campaign spending. I think if it is true that such amount of money is being budgeted for their campaign spending, is sorry, uh is a pattern violation of the election laws, and I think the election commission is
Someone is
sitting
that
Okay,
there.
minister.
sorry. I think it's coming from. Is it
Going.
coming from you going?
Yep.
Yeah, true. I think it's a flagrant violation of the election laws, and the election commission are sitting there and they are not saying anything. And looking at such a money, and looking at our health centers, our health facilities, lacking of drugs, the needed drugs. This to say, paracetamol, that is the least drugs, cannot be found in our rural health sector. And the government will budget such amount of money for campaign purposes. That is very sad. And it's being heard or speculated that the president is going to another country or state in the same country and will be passing by way of another country. That is shameful. That is a disgrace to the regime and our country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your input. We'll take ruling finally, then we'll move to our discussion for tonight. So, guys, you can share the show as you come on, and we will appreciate that. But just on the point that Godwin was making, I mean, you tell me with this kind of road connectivity going, is it not possible for anyone going to maybe the southeast, especially on a campaign trail, to want to use the air? I mean, taking into consideration this kind of road. If you are embarking on this journey and you're using this route, just know that you're gonna be there for the next 3 days or so, and that is if you are not stuck. So yes, but just go ahead, Roland. Then we will move to our.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. You are right, Nelson. Look at that road is showing. Then you get a whole government for Nassau, speaker, president, pro tem.
Don't jump out discussion. I beg you, Jerry. Don't jump the discussion. Roland, go ahead.
Okay,
Let's
so
see.
good evening, guys. I want to just talk about two things for now. One, I want to talk about the recording today I listened to from Ben Savvy, and of course, I want to also talk about the campaign President Weah visit to Grand Jide, all the southeast of Liberia, using the Ivory Coast lane instead of passing from Monrovia to go. I want to talk about those two things. I think they are very important. The other thing is, I think from where the campaign of Josiah Jiman Boakai sit right now, it sits very comfortably, and the Liberian people have decided and they know exactly where they are heading. And I think there is not too many comments or not a lot that I want to say about that, because we can clearly see the pathway that the next president will be Ambassador Boakai. And so I just want to talk about a few things and also what the Boakai-led government will be like in terms of developing our country. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Since Nelson sit in the back due to probably network issues, we will be discussing Ben Savvy.
No, not
Okay.
not really network issues.
Oh, okay. I thought I network.
Mama, you want?
Not
You want
really
what to the man?
I want to go. I want to bring this show.
Nelson wants to defend money. You want to defend money, or for you to say that never issue, you want to defend money.
Yeah. No. The network is a problem here, but not always. Toure, hope you can come on. Toure says the great Jerry, aka Mr. Self-Regulator. Toure, we hope you can come on tonight and make the case for consent.
Yeah. We just chatted. You saying coming on.
Bro, make me say again. Say phone number 2. Now what you can do?
He said number 9. Okay, so folks, let's begin the discussion for tonight. I want to say thanks to all of you for joining us. Lots of people in the background trying to come on. I see we have almost everyone on set, excluding me, is one way or the other supporting JMB. Roland, JMB, our brother AB, JMB, Godwin, Desmond, Raymond, Jerry, you can go on. So at some point we will rotate. Once we get other folks coming.
George ain't coming on if you made way. He
Okay,
in the
George
back.
wants.
So what you do? Send a
Okay,
link. Send a link
so
to the comment section.
yeah, I have the let me just post the link there. So
Yeah.
want to have the folks from the CDC, the ANC. Okay, Toure is already here. So can I remove one UP person who's willing to give up their space for Councillor Gonglo? Let me see the
Okay,
picture. Liberians here.
okay. Let me just say something. I get off my space. That's fine. So
No,
let me just,
I'm talking about that person who is willing to give up their space without
I'm
saying
willing.
something.
No,
Randy
that's
already
fine.
say you want to get out, right? That's her name,
I'll,
right? I know Randy.
I'll give up. I'll give up my
Swear.
space
No,
because
no,
I get a
you
lot
don't.
of
You,
great. I
listen,
get a lot of great people here that
no,
will
no,
stand
no.
up.
Let me be the one to give because I'm leaving work right now. That's why I always jumping in and out when I'm going home with driving and stuff like that. So I'll leave you guys and I will get caught up with you guys when I settle down in my house before I go to
Okay,
bed tonight. So I
thank you.
appreciate you guys. Let me get out, but I'll get caught up with you guys before I go to bed tonight. I
Thank you very
appreciate
much,
it.
sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. So
I'm
then
gonna bring George. Y'all bring George so you can bring a recitation here.
we can bring
Lord.
Toure on now. Councillor Tiawon Gonglo is represented on the show, and then we will create space to maybe bring Josh on, and then Sandy, since Sandy is the CPP guy, we also make space to bring him on.
I can sacrifice for the CPP guy, but not the CDC man. I can leave right now for the CPP guy.
My word.
Yeah, I can do that.
So let's move to our first discussion. And one of you struck a very important point, and it's like you were already giving an eye into what we intended talking about on our pledge for today. But Toure, I want to say welcome to the show. It's often said when you come to church late, you can raise song. And so since you already came late,
You
we
gave me
already
for offering, sir.
no,
Thank
you
you,
can
thank
put
you, thank you guys. Thank you, Nancy.
yeah,
I appreciate
you can sing song, but you can put offering. Why you
They
not put
need to put offering. They need to put offering. You can still put
All
offering.
right. My offering coming to you, Nelson.
You know,
it will come to you, just you alone.
so I did pastor in the church, man. No problem, pastor. Okay, but on a very serious note, the this corridor has been a very serious issue in our country over the time. When you listen to the news and you hear about the hike in the prices of commodities in the southeastern part of Liberia, this is one of the major contributing factors. The businessmen and women along this corridor, they spend days just to get their goods from Monrovia to this part of the country. And so it becomes a major issue. And back in 2017, the people in Grangida, the people in Sino, the people in Maryland, the people in that southeastern region, this was one of their expectations. When they decided to vote President George Weah in power, this is one of the things that those people expected a whole lot. That, look, this is one of us. This is our son. We can rest assured that if we make him the president of this country, like Doe was president of this country, he's going to bring about the changes. And if there's anything the people of the southeastern region of this country, the people in Grangida, the people in Sino, the people in Maryland, if there's any major development that those people look up for, if there's any major contribution right now from any government that those people are eagerly anticipating, that anticipation will be road connectivity. That's the major thing that those people, because look, every rainy season, the rest of the country gets caught up from that part of Liberia. This is not a CDC thing, right? Previous administration, and someone would say Liberia is 176 years old. Yes. So, I mean, previous administration have been having this issue, but when the people voted in 2017, those were some of their expectations. That you would drive from here and go all the way to Maryland County. And if you like, you can start making your way back the same day. Now, someone struck a very important point, and I was saying as though that person was just taking a look at our plate for today. That you have the three most powerful people in the country from this particular region, right? From this particular region. The president, the speaker, the Senate pro tempore, all those people from this particular region. Now, you tell me, I want us to just make the round very quick because we're going to have other folks joining us tonight. So we're going to take just 1 minute each on this particular issue. What do you think? Now, information is that the president is about to go to this particular region, to this very, very part of the country, but using Ivory Coast, going by flight. All right. And not just the president, a lot of people. I know some colleagues who sometimes when they want to do some very quick work, they don't want to go by road. They want to go by air because that's the easier way they can access this particular place. But then you want to ask the hard question. How many Liberians can afford to go by air? How many people are we denying the opportunity to commute? So let's make the rounds on this particular topic. We're gonna start with you, Moba, and then we'll move on to Peters and then Jerry and so forth. Are the people of the southeastern region disappointed? Are they disappointed? What does it say about, you know, from all you're seeing right now? What does it say?
Thank you.
Just go ahead, Moba, and then we'll go to Sharif.
Thank you, Nessie. Well, you just mentioned that you got three powerful people in the government, Abache.
Unfortunately, I'm not hearing you. Moba, we're not hearing you. You're not on.
We can hear you.
No. Okay, yeah. So you can go back. You can go get out and then try to log in again. But go ahead, Sharif. Let's hear you.
Yeah. So, my people, we have one person in this race that has a formulated plan to connect all counties, and is even manifested in his 100-day deliverables. Joseph Nyuma Boakai. What he told us, he said, during his first 100 days, he will make sure that all those roads that we see connecting various counties of Liberia will be passable. What do we mean by that? Those roads, we're not saying that we're going to be paved by asphalt road. No, what we're saying, the road will be connected. Machines will be on the road. Engineers will be there to connect the road, so at least people can move from one county to another. Because the importance of connectivity is this: when there's a price hike in Monrovia, or there's a increase in prices in Monrovia, it even increase higher.
Can we all just try to mute? I'm hearing. Okay, let me try to mute everyone here. Yes, go ahead, Sharif. Go ahead.
Yes, when there's an increase in price of commodities in the city, the people that get hit the hardest are people who live in rural areas, because the trickle-down effect on those people is higher than the people in the city. What do I mean by that? It's simply
1 minute.
Simply because if someone has to transport their goods and services from Monrovia to the various counties, they have to add the cost of commute. If someone has to spend 5, 6, 7 days commuting, of course, that difference is going to be added in prices. And Joseph Nyuma Boakai is the only person in this race that has roads as one of the major objectives in his deliverables, and he's one of the person who has made his main agenda is to connect the entire country. We can see it from the past regime. This regime did not build on that. We can see it from the roads connection from Monrovia to Kakata, for Kakata to Banga, for Banga to Ganta, for Ganta to Sanikule. We can see it from Monrovia to Bikana. We can see it from even Monrovia itself. When the Ellen government came into power, Unity Party came to power, all the roads in the city was reconstructed, including other feeder roads that were added. So when this government came to power, the CDC government came into power, they did not build on that.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
a
you.
massive failure on their part. As
Thank
a
you very
result,
much, Sharif.
You see the entire country is cut off. This is why we need to remove them.
Thank you very much, Sharif. So, Peters, you said you wanted to go, right? You want to make your point quickly. Okay, Peters, what does that image say about developing our country? What does it say about the government? What does it say about the fact that the three most powerful people in the country are from this particular region that has this kind of road connection, this issue? Now the fact remains that this is not new. Of course, previous administrations have similar problems, but now that we have the three powerful people from our country, from this region, after 6 years, we're still confronted with this particular issue. What does it say? What do you have to say about that? Then we move to
my brother. That has clearly indicate that they are not doing nothing. They're the past like 6 years. They are clearly telling the people to the Maryland, Grand Judah, that hey, we don't care about you guys. We don't care how you guys feel. We don't care about your health. We don't care. Do you know how many people die in Maryland because of bad roads? Assuming that when someone's very sick and they want to bring them to Monrovia, but the road cannot permit them to come because there's no good hospital at that side. You know how many people losing their life? Not everybody having their hand to put their family, in headquarters or to fly with a family to come to Monrovia for them to take better treatment. A lot of people losing their life because of this bad road that we see right here. So the only thing I get to tell the Liberian people, vote number 2, vote Joseph Boakai, vote for better Liberia, think for Liberia, and let us take that corrupt and government out of power. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Thanks a lot. We appreciate you for showing up here. So we're gonna get is there any other person who wants to go so they could just make their point, and then we get Josh and Cindy coming in. Okay, so we got the 2 CDC guys already backstage. So Godwin, you can make your point quickly, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Nelson, before a person or a child or children enroll into an institution of learning, there's a process that you need to go through. The child cannot just leave the house and go and sit in the classroom without going through registration and getting all of basic requirements before starting classes. So the same with the CDC government. This government, the current regime came into power without a fixed platform. And we have heard so many promises of the current regime that they have failed to bring into fruition. Where is the coastal highway, Nelson? We are yet to see it construction. So, it's no secret that the government has failed its people. Or we have the totem, the speaker, the president, and I think the chief justice. I think she's from the southeastern region, if I'm correct.
No.
Okay. Thank you. And we will see our country is being governed like that, especially when it comes to road connectivity. And then we'll see 12 going around and not telling the truth and speaking out lies to the people. We listen to we listened to Giddens. I think Giddens was, assistant minister in the past government, and he laid out some plans. He gave out his statistics when it comes to roads connectivity during the past regime. And then the current regime came into power. They have done nothing. They have done nothing. See the roads. It's a complete disgrace and lies. It's a complete failed promises that the government came into power. All they came is to enrich themselves. That's what they are fighting for, to enrich themselves. And it's glaring. The ratings are on the wall that they have done nothing for the past 6 years. Therefore, they need to be booted out come October 10th. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Godwin, for making your contribution. Now we're gonna bring in Raymond as well. We'll bring Raymond back on.
I'm recording this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we'll bring Raymond back on. But let me say welcome to you, Josh. It's great to have you joining us tonight on the show.
Yo, thank you guys. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I think I fell asleep, so I couldn't get on so early. So thank you for having me.
Okay, great. And Daniel Zle. Oh wow. Okay, studio is now full. I'm gonna make room for Daniel at some point on the show. But Rodney, you can go ahead, sir. Make your point on this issue. You are muted.
Oh, you said me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Rodney, you live. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to say two things here, man. Georgia government have not given the Liberian people the option. They are being selfish. They're not giving the Liberian people the option, and the government needs to give their people the option. The roads we're talking about today, Liberians will not be able to travel because Georgia have not given them the option. He has given himself the option to bypass bad roads to go to Ivory Coast to campaign. Take, for example, in this country, I was in Louisiana the other day. Guess what? I got an option. If I want to drive to Louisiana, I would drive. If I want to fly, I will fly. So you got to give your people options. But what George Weah had done to the Liberian people is that he has not given them the option because he's selfish, self-centered, and Liberian people do not have the option. This is why they are barricaded in one place because he has not given them the option. So you need to give your people the option. This is why Joseph Yimon is saying roads. Roads connect people. Roads give people the option. If you want to drive to Nima County, that's your option. If you want to fly to Nima County, that's your option. You understand what I'm saying? So roads connectivity is very, very important. It will give Liberian people the option whether they want to drive to Nimba, Bon, Lofa, and all of those places. As kids, when we were growing up, my dad worked for Lamco. We used to drive to Yekipa. We used to drive to Bon Mines, as kids. So option is important for the people.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rodney. So we'll now move on to take Jerry. After Jerry, we will come on to Roland.
Yeah, thank you. It is extremely disappointing that the only road so far that maybe, even because the road leading from Harport to River G, the funding was secure. The Johnsonville Road, I wrote the report for most of the East International Agreement because I was privileged then working in the office of now Senator Moe. He was chairman of Waste, Means, Finance and Budget in some part of 2016 and 17. So we secure most of the fundings. And the Southeastern in our country, the Southeastern region is the most deprived and disadvantaged region, especially under a government where all the officials are from. The men who can collect the money. I mean, put it in our simple English, the men who can collect the money. Revenue authority, the men from there. Tomo do now. The man who can spend the money, who said the development agenda. The man from there. The man who keeping the money at the central bank, the man from there. Then the president says the man from there. The speaker from there. So if there was any good time, we would have gotten roads straightened up. It should be now because you got all the people from there. But our people are still suffering. But we have a very great solution. Joseph Yuma Boakai is the way. The man said he went for quota immediately. But that mod you see, so even when in September, what they bring a BFA at September or October, you will not see the mod again. He said in the first 100 days, the man said from Lofa, the road bad. So the man not going to deny you. Let's vote for him. All the time, you vote for him 2017, he get time for it. And now we're talking, we finish feeling how the country giant can destroy things. We know the country giant only after hearing children. He after hearing people to get money. He abandoned the region. Buffer Timon that used to insult people around here today. He speak on everything okay. Pro-tem is there. You know, let me conclude by saying it is about time. We made mistake the last 6 years, but we can correct that mistake with Joseph Yuma Boakai.
Thank you.
The man said in the first 100 days, that much that you saw there, so it like the Egyptian you see today, you will see them no more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry. And let's take Roland, then we'll go to Josh. Toure, we're coming to you, Toure. You will make the case for Councillor Gonglo. No, you muted. We're not hearing you, Toure.
Why you jumping on me to go to George? George in the class late too.
Okay. We're gonna have it. Go ahead. Roland, let's hear you.
Jump,
Go ahead.
Okay.
If you jump on anybody, you should jump over UP man. If you got a man plenty here.
Okay, don't worry, we're coming to you. So, Nelson, if this was an album produced,
Nelson, put me backstage for some time. I'll come back later on.
Okay.
Bring somebody
so
on.
let's make room for the other guys who are backstage. Thank you.
Raymond. Oh, Raymond is already here. Okay.
Yeah, but you still go backstage. So thank you.
No, I'm going early now, so I'll come sooner.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Roland.
so like I said, if this was like an album produced, it would have probably don't have anyone to buy this music because it would have been considered a bad songs in Liberia. The man George Weah, imagine in my layman age to know him to be the youngest person in this age compared to Ambassador Boakai, who people say, oh, he's old. But one thing this man does not have is vision. He lacks vision. And that's the reason why everything under him perish. The people in the Southeast or the Southeasterners should be worried. Matter of fact, they should be extremely angry. If they are angry like me, on October 10, they will vote that they have never voted before. And the only solution they have is Ambassador Boakai. Let's take for example. If you can drive from here, Ohio, to Atlanta, Georgia for just 8 hours, you can go and even come back the same day. You should be able to drive from Monrovia to Maryland and back the same day. It makes no difference. You can drive from here to Minnesota 12 hours and back. So why is it that all these people don't see that the country needs road connectivity? Then we have a president who only seeks his own personal interests. So I want to see how President we are going to campaign in Maryland, in Sano and Grand Gita. What he going to tell them? That, oh yeah, you guys gave me 6 years, the 6 years finished, I need another more 6 years. Let them give me 6 years. Because by right, they are Liberians. They should be entitled to our country just like the way George Weah is entitled to our country. Well, I think this is very unfortunate that every Liberian should be able to stand up and vote October 10, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, who has a plan to change the way government is run in our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So let's go to let's do justice to Toure. Toure said George came to church late, so the guy shouldn't raise his song. So
I think so.
Toure, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Nelson. Thank you to the panelists and all of our viewers. in radio land and around the world. Thank you so very much. Let me say this, my people. You know, for me, I come from a PR background, right? I did international relation. Let me tell you this. This is another PR blunder by this government and by this president. You know, the Grace Ahmed Secretary of Guinea, the man, not only was he the president of the Republic of Guinea, but he makes sure his children goes to public school. All his kids. You know why? Because if the public school is good for the public, it should be good for the president. The president have private jet. The president can travel anywhere you want to travel on private jet. Now you're telling me that you have subjected the people to a suffering that you cannot endure. Why the president is going through Ivory Coast to go into a country? Why can't he travel the same path? If I was the president, I'll even take me 2 weeks to get to Grand Gide. I'll make way to go through this mud. That will tell the people that, you know what? If you people can go through it every day, I'm not big enough. I can do it. I can do it just the way you guys do it. That's what I would do. But you see, that's the thing. When the president don't know what he's doing, and nobody around the president to tell him, Mr. President, if you go through a neighboring country to go into a country, it will not look good. They will have a problem. But the thing is, we can say all of these things. Nelson, it's still not going to negate the fact that the president does not deserve another 6 years. Another 6 years given to this president. The first 6 years was an accident waiting to happen. We all have seen the accident now. Another 6 years will be catastrophic. There will be no Liberia after another 6 years. And that's what we are saying. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listening to me. President Joy Manawiya, I love the president. Celebrity icon. Worldwide. Nobody will take that away from him. But leading a country, absolutely not. He should not be close to even being a cheerleader on a team, let alone leading a country. And I'm not saying this with any invectives. I have absolutely nothing against this president. I respect the president. I love him. But he's not a leadership material. He has not been and will never be. Vote number 6. Save your country. Save the sanity of the country. Set up for a new generation. Only man that can do that is Honorable Tiaon Gonglo, the broom man. Ladies and gentlemen, don't make mistake. Vote for Tiaon Gonglo. Vote number 6, and you will thank me later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So let's take AB. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you. You know, for me, I come from a sociology background, so I would like to state my own thing sociologically. You know, this is a president that wanted to be president when he just came from the football field, who have no idea at all. He came to 2005, they defeated him. He came back 2011 as VP. After that, this president was appointed as peace ambassador. Up to date, we don't have the peace ambassador, a manifesto on the way in which he was going to carry on peace into our country. But this man saying that he will invite soccer legends. After that, you're making senator. He was like a bobo senator. That did not satisfy the Liberian people. That never satisfied them. They went ahead, they voted him. Then today the Liberian people are crying for Barrow. Does that really make sense? A man was a senator. The University of Liberia across the road. This man never submit any bill in improving our university. Not a single bill. This man, Jumba, he said he wanted to be president. The Liberian people said, "Oh yeah, this is the man. Our Becquerel price will drop." Today, Becquerel is 3,500 for 25 kg. For the cup of rice is $50. Then people say, hey, the matter borrow medicine, and the matter borrow medicine. The borrow medicine, the speaker, the Senate pro tempore, and who else? The man who keeping the saving of Labrador key to central bank. The man is from there. Then the people are complaining. It was not a simple that Samuel Toy just went there, they feed it. Samuel Toy just went there, they feed it. The people were in yellow, dancing all around. Then now the people complain about Barrow. What sense does that make? Let them vote just when we are. Let them vote in again. So that Becker Road press will drop. Let them vote in again so that the man can pave all the road in Maserati and forget about their own time. Let them vote in again so that our children can be smoking.
30 seconds. 30
So,
seconds.
yeah, thank you. So that our children can be smoking more kush. So kush can be the hallmark of the day. Let them vote in again. Oh yeah, when they vote this man again, I will dance. I will dance. That shows to me that the Labrador people, they are not something wrong with them.
Okay.
That's what I have to say.
Thank you very much, our brother AB. And again, you can share the program as you come on, share the show. This is the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. We're live here on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1 FM. We're live online. Spoon TV, Super TV, Fabric TV on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. Again, welcome to the show. For those of you just joining us, I'm Nelson Colette. And so let's move to our brother Josh. Josh, it's great to have you on. And it's good that you got in the midst of this discussion. You represent the CDC on this panel. What exactly do you think is going to be the message of President George Weah to the people of the Southeastern region after 6 years? After the people, after giving their son an opportunity to become president for about 6 years. And with this condition, with what you're seeing on the screen here, George, what do you think is going to be the message of President George Weah to the people of the Southeastern region this time around? You are muted, George.
Am I loud enough?
Okay, yes.
Good. So, hello, guys. Thank you very much for having me on. It's a privilege to be here. It's not a right. I know if it was anything, you guys wouldn't allow me here, but thank you for allowing me. So let me start by saying this. I'm not going to go first to what the president is going to say or what to preempt anything he's going to say, but here's what I'm going to say. Former Vice President Boakai spent 4,380 days as vice president. That rule was just as it is, even worse. And he's telling us that in 90 days, he will fix it. Think for yourself. I come from an engineering background. I know fixing a road is not something very short. So this guy been there for 4,380 days, 12 years, if you calculate it at 365 days. That's a Libya 2 out, right?
So you did a breakdown for the day. Josh.
I'm another guy. I'm another guy. I deal with numbers.
You said how many thousand and what? How many days?
4,380 days. At 365 days, 12 years. So you see, just how people lie to us, and they expect us to shove it down our throat to believe it. I come from an engineering background. I know to fix a road. It's not just when you really say, okay, today the road is going to be fixed. No, you got to do soil testing. You got to do all type of things. You got to go to the laboratory. You got to check everything. Everything has to be just exact before you can even go on the road. And then you got to start paying people who get horses and land along the road. All the things have to be done. Everything. Then you start a procurement process. Procurement process alone takes maybe 2-3 years. Just the procurement process, because you can say, I just said the road because I want it fast. I give it to John, Nelson to do it. No, it has to go through all the processes, and those things take years to happen. The United Party are the worst people to bring any message here for any road. They've been there for 12 years. Boakai came from Lofa. Lofa road was never fixed. For 12 years, they were living before they started groundbreaking for road. 12 years, after 12 years before they start breaking ground for road. So you won't tell me that they did not mean good for the Lofa people, even though the vice president was from Lofa. They meant good, but it takes time. But people here want to make you to believe that because in 5.5 years, President Weah did not fix the road to Maryland. That means it did not mean well for the people. Look, let's stop believing nonsense. Let's believe in technology and believe in the reality. The two of the matter is that it takes time to construct a road. And I see my brother Therese shaking his head because he thinks it's a social science thing where you can just go and tell the people, say, don't do this, don't do that. And I say, no, Therese, that's not how it works. He's hearing, it takes time, and guess what? We got 2 seasons in Liberia. I came from Maryland, right? I went to school in Plevo. I was born in Grand Crew. I'm from Lofa, but I grew up in Plevo, Maryland County. And for the 27 years I lived in Liberia before traveling abroad. That road was never good. That road was never good. Guess what? In Maryland, there, our economy is the one boosting the avoiding economy because every weekend we used to go to Ivory Coast to go buy salt because the road was bad. They spent 12 years there. They did not fix that road. And then it's a 6 years because it's not fixed. That means the government is not good. The procurement process is the vice president went on the air and said the corridor, the road fund has been approved. That process is ongoing. It takes time. And look, the patient don't eat the fattest bone. I'm sure my people from Maryland, I'm sure they know what the president means for Maryland. They know that all the people that are from Maryland, they want to be proud of that, but we have to follow processes. We can just go because we come from there, so let's just chunk everything there. No. Can you imagine we are facing Lofa Road? We could take the money from Lofa Road and say, why not? Maryland has been deprived for too long. Let's send it to Maryland. No. We have to follow processes. We have to follow, what has been laid down. You know what I mean? So stop believing these people. So the last thing I want to say before I can get to my 30 seconds before I end.
No, not before you can get to your 30 seconds. You're already in your 30 seconds to end.
Okay. President Weah has already had enough messages for the people. President Weah is going to go to Maryland. Whether he flies or he goes in a mud like he did 2017, he was in a mud with everyone else. That's why I was surprised my brother here, Roland, who said, I don't know, Roland or someone who said the president is not having a boost of advice that he's going to fly or going to do something else. No, the president in 2017, he drove on that road. He slept in the mud. I went to Maryland. I came from abroad. I went to Maryland in 2010. I slept in the bush for 2 nights because the road was bad. The Pathfinder Jeep that I carried got stuck in the mud, and at that time I was married to a European, a white woman. We slept in the bush with my son. Mosquito almost killed that woman. When we came back, I was not small thing. You know what I did? I put my feet in the bag and I put bag over my head. But in the middle here, where the bag stopped, the mosquito did not jab me. It is not a good thing for us.
But Josh, do you really think that this government has done well for the people of the southeastern region after about 6 years of leadership? Do you really think they've done well for the people in terms of road connectivity after 6 years?
Look, yes, they have done well. What are you seeing on the ground? Because there are 2 things, right? That people don't understand anything. You see the yellow machines there? They are all part of fixing road. Let me tell you, that's the same thing Boga saying that the road will be pliable. That's what the people are doing. But guess what? We got 2 seasons in Liberia. And because of our soil condition, let me tell you, other countries got certain soil. It's advantageous for us because our soil can make food easily. But other soil don't make food easily, but they are easily compatible and roads can easily be made. But our own, we got soft soil. So before you can even build road, all that soil you see on that road have to leave and new soil come there. Soil that have been tested and is able to withstand certain pressure and certain compactation at 95% MMD. It has to be done before you can build a road there. So no, it takes time. It takes a lot of preparation to build any road. So don't come and sit here after 12 years when you did not build the road and then you say 5 years we must build it. Go, did not build it, we fail. So we'll move on and get back there for your 4,380 days where you will spend there again, do nothing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Josh. So just hold on a bit.
No, Nancy, can we respond to that to what he just said because it's a huge allegation?
listen, we still have
No,
people in
no,
the
no.
queue.
Come on,
Raymond,
we are coming. No,
it's
if
listen,
everyone is
it's
going, we will come in.
but Daniel, why you keen on the show with that kind of warfare? Why are you angry, Daniel? I hope you're not angry because we're talking about your government, Daniel. Slow down. This discussion will go on. But let's move to Raymond. Raymond is an engineer as well. He worked in
And
this
so
government.
it's so good.
Raymond, wait, slow down, Raymond. Raymond, slow down. There's a reason why I pair you and George, so just
Good.
slow down. So Raymond comes from the engineering background. He worked in this government as well. And yes, so it's good that you're coming right after Josh. What's your take on this particular issue?
And I'm
Raymond?
so glad that I came after George. All his fallacy, he just spew out. I will put a checkpoint to all of them. George, you're an engineer, yes. Some of the things you say are true, but more than half are untrue. This past government that you criticize built 16 kilometers of road from Kavala Crossing to Harper, paved. If you're from Maryland and got a connection with Maryland, you should know that. From Harper to Conway King, 66.6 kilometers of road, amounting to $55.4 million. Total 82 kilometers of road, Ellen government. A sedition called John Uboti used to be on our corridor doing critical path repairs. If you are an engineer, you should know that. That in the rainy season and during the dry season, parts of the road that got bad soil can be repaired. We have laterite. Laterite have stones in them. You're able to put them in places that got bad soil. And for your information, all of the whole entire corridor, the soil test has been done. The path that you're talking about, RAP has been done. Public Works have done all of the roads in Liberia. We know how much money it takes to pave all of the roads in Liberia, and Joseph Walker knows it. It takes $3 billion to build the entire road, all of our roads in Liberia to make it paved. We've done all that research. So Public Works under the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf-led government didn't sit and did nothing. That's why your brother-in-law, Roland Giddings, came on the Scene Spoon Network and propounded on reports that we gave to him. We, the engineers, went in the field and gathered it. Mr. Giddings isn't an engineer, but he understands because he's worked out a while at Public Works. He understood. The RAP has been done. So that thing you're talking, we far ahead. So when Joseph Yima Braka speaks, he has data. Public Works have done all this job. And for your information, all the road that President we are there around Maserado, Monrovia, you know how he got the money? The money was secured during the Ellen-led government. Called the road fund.
So after all, he was not a Parker. After all, he was not a Parker, right?
He was the one who suggested to Ellen that 25 cents on every gallon of petroleum bought in Liberia should go towards road construction. And it's that money that you heard Samuel Tu and George, we are talking about the build roads around Maserado. After they have stolen a lot of that money. That money, for every 1 million, 100 million we should have raised, we should have gotten 200 million from the United States government under the Millennium Compact Challenge program. George Weah came in less than 6 months. They started stealing the money, the road for money. The American withdrew. We know all of these things. You don't open our mouth. We choose to be quiet because we got family back home. We don't want them to go after them. So we keep a lot of these things with a tight lip. I work in the government. Our technical assistant to Maputo Vla Yimpa. I know a lot, George. You don't open our mouths.
Okay, Raymond. So Raymond, what do you think is going to be the message of President George Weah to the people of the Southeastern region with this situation now, with what we see on our screen right now, with this? After about 6 years, it's campaign season. I mean, the president is campaigning across the country. He's going to be going to the Southeastern region, whether by flight or by disappearance and reappearance or whichever means, the president will be going there. What do you think is going to be the message of the president?
So the Southeastern region have always voted the CDC and George Weah. And they realized that the Ellen-led government gave them 82 kilometers of paved roads. They realized that the Ellen Johnson-led government reconstructed the road from Monrovia up to Gunter. They realized that the Ellen-led government reconstructed the road from Monrovia to Buchanan. They realized that the Ellen-led government had a vigorous road maintenance program on the road from Monrovia all the way to Bowater South that were ensuring that grass were cut at a certain length. Any vehicle that broke down, we had contractors on those roads. The Southeasterners realized that John Uboti, a sedition, staunch sedition, one of the staunch financiers of George Weah, had contract doing the Ellen-led government responsible for that road. They saw AFL during the Ellen-led government. Public Works made monies available for AFL. They had equipment on those roads. The Army have an engineering brigade. A friend of mine who I sat in class with, he has that brigade. We're working on those roads. So the people know the condition of their road during the Ellen time, the condition of their road now. A lot of us here don't live in those places, so we don't know the condition, but I can tell you I was an engineer monitoring those works. So I can tell you what it was. So no amount of words George Weah had to tell them. And we can take you, Grand Juliet, no serious politician from Monrovia or from the rescue mission. They launched, the people that by themselves launched the rescue mission campaign in Grand Juliet. And we saw the turnout.
Thank you very much, Raymond. Thanks for that input. Let's now move to our brother, Daniel G. Zled. He represents the CDC on this platform. Daniel, taking a look at, so the floor is yours. Taking a look at everything here. You saw the images from the southeastern region of our country, where the president comes from, the finance minister, the speaker, the Senate pro tempore, and yes, the Chief Justice as well comes from there. What do you make of this after after about 6 years of leadership? What do you think President George Weah is really going to tell the people of the southeastern region with respect to why they're still suffering, why they're still finding it difficult to commute, why their roads are still deplorable? What do you think is going to be the message of President George Weah, the reason for which the people should re-elect him?
Okay, thank you, Colette. And in one sentence, I will tell you that the people of Nigeria are going to overwhelmingly vote President George Weah. Before then, let me say sorry to my brother Sheriff for last night interruption. You know, despite we have different political views, but we need to pay respect to everyone individual views. And also to Brother Kamara, thank you for promoting the image of my president. This alone indicates that you have great respect and you are ahead, and you are cognizant of the fact that he's one of those who has been tremendous to the high-end development of the Republic of Liberia. However, I want to go back to one of the statements before going to the issue made by Brother Abraham Kamara. He said, the backwarding President George Weah backward medicine doesn't make sense. Something you previously said, when you were saying this, I laugh at that because, the Weah-led government has been the only government in the 6-year period, despite the Unity Party or the UP leadership had 12 years. But Weah-led government has constructed over 233 kilometer roads all around Liberia. And somebody just like Raymond, he emphasized on about 100 plus kilometer, something we cannot speak to. To the issue that you just raised, I previously said that we're going to overwhelmingly vote President George Weah. I'm from the Southeastern region. And the fact is glaring. Imagine within 6 years, President George Weah has been able to connect the Gunter Circular Highway, the Gunter Zweju Highway. The pavement is in process. When he shall won.
Let's get it right. Has he connected those places or the pavements in progress? Which one are we taking?
From circular PA, the circular PA placement is clear. You and I know that. You cannot argue that. And that is on
No,
the
no, I'm
project.
not arguing anything. It's
You
not
cannot
in
argue
my
that.
purview to
So,
argue
man, that's
anything.
not
I just want
want to make
us
it
to
clear.
be clear on what we're saying since we're on the
I
radio.
just want to remind you that when he shall warn, insofar as he has commenced such an initiative, we all here are aware that Zwaju, Kanta Zwaju, going to be paid. That's one clear indication. Something, these images you are showing is the field project of the Joseph Newman Boaka and Eli Johnson Sirleaf regime. I mean, people of the United Party here should be ashamed that such image will be shown on the screen and they cannot bow their head down. And yet then they open a mouth and hail
No,
to such.
let's be safe. Let's calm down, Daniel.
No,
Daniel, calm
these are
down.
field
Let's be safe.
projects or these are field projects of the past regime in 12 years. And I can rest assured, you and I know that insofar as President George Manawi has commenced the Secretary to Zwaju Highway, we can rest assured that these projects will be implemented. There's a field project of the Eli Boaka. Why are you boasting of? Are you ashamed or ashamed of yourself? Are you ashamed? You should be ashamed. Within 12 years, you cannot pave this road. Say anything about the 7 till date. And later, George, we are trying to make it possible best, and you want to argue that, you want to place down billboard if you say he has done nothing. You have no argument. You have no argument. Well, in the past year, let me let you know, Colette, if you can give me the time. CDC government,
You have 30 seconds
to
conclude. You have 30 seconds to conclude.
Okay. CDC government met 67K people, 67,000 rather, 67,000 people on payroll. And now the government has increased within the 5 years. In the past 12 years, we have 67,000. Within the 6 years, we increased it to 70,000 people. The disunited party, I cannot call it a unity party, disunited party, they took the payroll from 28,000 in 2019. They took the payroll from 28,000 to 67,000 in 2017 with a wage, whereas the wage bill rose from 100 million to 290 million annually.
Thank you.
You are aware. Wherein the UP government, the system they have, the system whereas is, for example, the Secretary General, a common Secretary General will have to take a pay of probably 500 United States dollars, whereas a member of the same Secretary General, but for a particular membership based on preferential treatment, I can say so, will receive 700, for example.
Thank you.
These are things the Wheeler government has brought down into regulation and come down to what we call the harmonization policy. Something that the Union Party cannot
sorry, we
appreciate.
have to hold you there. Thanks a lot, Daniel. Thanks a lot. Let's move to Sylvester. Interestingly, our concentration here today is on roads. Is about the contribution of the CDC after about 6 years, or in about 6 years, her contribution to road connectivity, especially for the people of the southeastern region, considering that majority of the hierarchies, those in the hierarchies of leadership in the CDC government, are from that region. And also considering the fact that this is campaign period, what exactly are they going to be telling these very people from the southeastern region? These are issues we're looking at. Harmonization time. We'll talk about harmonization. We had that discussion the other day. It was very fascinating. We'll come back with that. So, I mean, Daniel, let's pause on harmonization a bit. Let's give some real attention to this particular discussion. But Sylvester, you can go on, sir. Welcome.
And Nelson, when you have the time, please let me provide some information.
Okay, yes. So after Daniel, we'll bring in Rodney. After Rodney, then you can come in to provide information. Yes. Mr. Johnson, go ahead, sir.
Good evening, everyone. It's good being here again. For me, when it comes to that southeastern role,
Mhm.
I don't. For me, I don't look at it as, oh, the speaker is from there, the president is from there, and this person is from there. That should not be the reason why we should face rule, or that should not be the reason why we should prioritize rule. Well, there are other countries that have nobody in government, or they don't have people in government that don't play, significant role or are not in the higher up. They still need their role face. The government must be able to govern the entire country. However, you have to prioritize. The southeastern role has been a talk for a very long time, and it's putting hardship on the people in the southeast. Because of that role, commodity price high, bag of rice is creating a lot of hardship for the people in the southeast. So the government needs to prioritize that role. 6 years may not be enough for them to complete the entire role, but that should be a role that they should have started to do something on. So, like someone talked about the road fund. The road fund was a good idea, but where is the road fund today? It's in private people's pocket. They cannot account for it, and the citizens are suffering. So the government needs to hold those people accountable to be able to provide that funds so the roads can be prepared. Okay, so, and one thing I want to say to all of these, you guys here, I conclude on this. UP and CDC and whatever party you're from. When you come here with statistics, please verify those statistics before you come here. Some of you are speaking, you are not even in touch with the party or the leadership of the party or what have you. You are on a national platform. Don't just come and just spew out statistics that are not evidence-based. It makes you look funny and makes the party look funny. So before you come here, make sure you reach out to your people, get the evidence-based data, and come and argue your case. I'll stop there.
Thank you very much, sir. So we take you, Rodney. You can make your point, and then after you, we take Emmanuel, and
Yeah.
then we move to the last.
I just wanted to respond to the gentleman, that was talking to Brother Kamara. Him having the image of George Weah in the background. Brother Kamara having the image of George Weah in the background. George Weah is the subject matter right now, that we're discussing. He is the problem for the Liberian people. So when a journalist have, the suspect in the background, that doesn't mean support. That doesn't mean anything else. Joshua is the subject matter right now. The Liberian people want to discuss George Weah. So that's why Brother Kamara have him in the background. And then second more, the brother that said we need to verify our messages before we come on the platform. Joseph Yuma boycott message is simple. The Liberian people need change. The Liberian people need better roles. The Liberian people need to move around freely, businesses and all that stuff. And some of us that talked to him, that had been his message from 2014.
I thought the guy spoke already. Raymond spoke already.
No, not Raymond.
I did not speak, my brother.
This is Rodney, not Raymond.
Yeah.
Raymond, Rodney, are you there? Don't.
I did not speak, bro.
Rodney spoke.
No, Rodney did not speak. But I'm just trying to correct you.
Man, this is interruption, brother. That means
Rodney, baby, see your face. We can make it up.
My man, this is interruption. Nelson, you got to take charge of interruptions.
This guy spoke.
No, I don't speak. Background images is a form of journalism. It's a form of journalism that journalists use to expose the subject matter. Right now, George Weah is the subject matter. So when my brother Kamara got George, we are in the background. Don't come on the show here and come here and can't spew nonsense and say support. It don't mean support. Brother Kamara, I watch your show. He's the subject matter. He's a suspect.
Thank
George, we are the suspect right now.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks,
so we gotta move.
I told you.
Information. Information.
Okay, so let's have Raymond coming with the information. Then we will come to you, and then we'll go to the.
And so we're talking to the Liberian people.
So Raymond, we're gonna give you 30 seconds.
And give me 30 seconds too, because Daniel talked about me, so you need to give me 30 seconds too.
So the information I want to provide, this region hasn't built 200 kilometers of road. Liberian people, you know, kilometers is a unit of measurement, and a lot of you will not be able to figure it out. But the fight is, ask yourself, which roads have he built? When you can count the rows, then you can know. And is there any place that this government have published or the Ministry of Public Works have published? Because each row has kilometers length, where it starts and where it ends. And when it accumulates, you will get the total length. Go to the Ministry of Public Works or any place that they have published it. The same way Samuel Tuwes said that we're giving current to Africos is the same way they have paved 200 kilometers of road. The second thing, this government tried to secure funds through Ibomath and Eton, and they were all bogus dealing with criminals, not legitimate entities. That's how they fail to implement any project of their own. The project that Daniel spoke about was all secured during Ellen time. Even the contractor were even mobilized to site. Most of the money that built that road comes from Mittal Steel. And there were issues with Mittal Steel making the funds available. That's why it is. Even the Lofa Road that this government want to take credit for, contractors were already mobilized. Funds were secured. We have done all of the processes that George tried to describe, doing road tests, doing the RAP exercise, ensuring that the right of way is clear. All those things have been done. So those projects are not even George Weah projects. And that's what they're trying to claim. Those are the projects of the past regime. When it's your project, you should secure the funds. You should go through all the bidding process, all the site investigation. That makes your project. Even though government is continuing with it, so they will continue those projects. But don't give it to George Weah. He didn't secure nothing.
Thanks a lot. So we will take you. But Emmanuel, we want to bring you in, but your camera is blurred. Can you wipe your camera? Yeah, okay. First thing, your face cap. Can you wipe your camera stream? Okay, your phone stream. Oh wow. Okay, somehow, yeah. Go ahead, make your point. You have 1 minute 30 seconds.
Thank you for having me. Can you hear me now?
Whoosh. Your audio is okay.
Is my audio bad? Is my audio bad?
Yeah, it's not too good. It's very loud, very loud. I don't know.
Oh, very loud. Okay. So is it okay now?
Okay. Yeah. I think.
What's about now? Can you hear me? Am I a bit clear?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me. Thanks to everyone. I was in Liberia for a month, from July to August, from July 18, actually July 20 to August 18. And I went to Zodru, where I came from. When I went there in 2016, the road was right, like the paved road was right in the middle of Kansas City. This time the road is the pavement is almost to Secretary. They are laying a cover to build a road, but that doesn't mean the road is good. I spent my night in Tapeta Zodru. I was on a bike with a lady who had a 2-week-old baby. She just gave birth. 2 weeks. 14 days. She had to carry the baby in her hand on the bike with me.
Yeah, that guy's audio is not
Hey, brother Kamara.
Yeah.
Brother Kamara. I admire you. I watch your show. I just want to ask everybody on the show one question. And give me a second, Nelson.
But you were
please.
You hijacked a second.
Brother Kamara, I got you. Every Liberian that leave from here, if they say George Weah is raw medicine, when we leave from here, from America, and go to Liberia, what do we complain about when we come back?
The RIA rule.
And includes traffic.
So let me come
Thank
in.
you. Thank you. A mobile guest.
I will not stay long talking because my brother Roma have laid everything out. You know, Daniel, if you know the fact, don't come here and just say things. And you know that is wrong. We should do our background investigation before we come on the platform and say things. First of all, when they were building the Buchanan Road, right? The Buchanan Road, what right now is the kilometer 110 kilometers from Monrovia to Buchanan alone. I was on that road doing Eddie Johnson setting time when they were crossing all the rocks. That leave it, that go to bomb. That go to bomb. That go to what? That go to Lofa. Doing Eddie Johnson selling regime. My brother said it all. He get all the money there. Yeah, I wrote everything down. And I get everything right here. I gotta explain it to you. My brother said it all. But what I want to tell you tonight, you can come on the platform without information and you just lie to the Liberian people. All the roads that we are building today, it was fun. It was already set by Madam Eddie Johnson selling government. By the UP government, it was set. So we only need to come and implement it. That was it. But when he came, he failed the Liberian people. Half of the road had not been completed. Look at the RIA road. You can come here and lie to us, my brother. All the roads, they say Joria made community road, they feed the road. All those roads was fun. All the road fund was raised by the same Ambassador Joseph Yima Braga today, who we all CDC people hate so much because y'all know that he about to take the job from your president. Okay. He don't want to come up. Let me conclude.
No, please, don't interrupt.
Let me conclude. Let me conclude.
Yeah, conclude.
The road fund today, where your government finished feeding all the money and they keep eating it free. Your Musa Hassan Berete ordering all the road fund. Joseph Yima Braga was the president who proposed to the Senate and to the president. So we can come here and lie to the Liberian people all the time. We get all the facts. Tell what internet is free in America. I can call it free. So we check on those things. So my brother Roman, you are on point. Daniel lie to the Liberian people. I conclude.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can I?
No, sir.
When you come, I will come too because I get all the facts.
No, sir. We
get all the facts. I get all the numbers here.
We need to give our brother Emmanuel.
I got all the numbers here.
I don't want to remove you from the stream, Daniel.
Nelson, I saw Brother Kamara Tamo. That the Kamara, let that man talk, man.
Brother Emmanuel, let's go to our brother.
Yeah.
Then Kamara talk.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I think the system said my image was dull, so that's why you kicked me out. That was I saw on my screen. So I decided to come on the light. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Just conclude in 1 minute, sir, because we have.
Yeah. So, like I said, I have to be carrying the woman every time the bike goes through the mud. I have to take the woman baby and hold the baby in my hand. From Tapeta to Sesto River, we walk almost 99% of the time. Almost every curve there's mud. The road is very bad, very very bad. There's a need to do something about our road. That's true. The next thing that I want to talk about is the issue of this. You know how we got George Weah today as president? Out of sympathy. And that the same thing we are doing now with bringing Joseph Boakai on Liberia out of sympathy. All of you on the stream tonight that are supporting Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai was agriculture minister. You are LPMC director. You are LPRC director. Can any of you give us policy document developed by Joseph Boakai in one of the offices when you were there? I'm not going to count his vice presidential post. That is a ceremonial post. Can somebody give us a policy document developed as a minister, agriculture minister? Can somebody give us a policy document developed as a LPRC director? Can somebody give us a policy document developed as a LPMC director? Something that can be authenticated.
Daniel,
for us to be able to follow George Weah. Hold on. No, what are you saying? Hold on.
Please,
don't interrupt me now. Guys, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I listen to all of you. Every time you talk, you say that Joseph Boakai obeyed the rule. You call his name. So I'm going to give a reason why I call his name too. If you are saying he's the one who obeyed the rule, give a reason why you think he's the one who obeyed the rule. Because what I'm saying, Colette, before I learn, this is the same thing they put there and they brought out George Weah. They did not give up any tangible that George Weah could have done. Out of sympathy, we made him president. We can't make another person president out of sympathy. We can't continue to keep trying people.
So back to the question, Emmanuel. What do you think would be the message of President George Weah this time around, going to the people of the Southeastern region, maybe making use of Ivory Coast to get to Maryland, Grangela, and those other places? What is he going to be telling the people after 6 years, especially with respect to why they don't have good road connectivity?
In my opinion, George Weah don't have a message. And I don't want to formulate a message as say I'm campaigning for him. You may have a message because of politics and you say, oh, I started the road already. It will circular PA, you give me another transfer or completed. But that is not a message because you have 6 years and you can only up to now, you're not even complete connecting circular PA. The road it hasn't entered circular PA. And like I told you, I just came from there a week ago. I just came from circular PA a week ago. I slept in Tapeta. So if you didn't complete it in 6 months, in 6 years, what else? It's just to say, give me another time. That is not a message for me. It's not a message. But for us, Liberian, once we made up our mind, nothing can change it. So he will say, if we will support it, he will still support it anyway.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can I respond to the man because you say you were talking about document road issues. So I don't want to emphasize on the road fund initiated that Joseph Yema Boakai brought to the legislature or the president. So I don't know if it's not forced.
I did not ask for it. I did not ask for it. I said I'm not going to quote anything that had to do with a vice presidential post because vice president is a ceremonial post. I said LPRC, LPMC, and agriculture. Those are the places you are heading. Can we address those one? I'm not going to vice presidential post.
But I was doing it many times. They said, love our bread basket. Doing it region as agriculture minister.
Is that fact?
100%.
Is that what we call fact? What is? Do you know what we call fact? What's the document?
Go to the archives. Find out information.
So, gentlemen, we gotta go.
Let him go to the archives. Let him go to the archives. Let him
go to the next topic.
Government will have a library.
Gentlemen, we gotta proceed.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that we gotta proceed.
Yeah, so we gotta move on. Let's try to respect the rule here on the show.
Thank you, Kola.
Please, if it is not your turn, when the next person is speaking, let's give the person a chance. At the end of the day, we'll all make the case for the respective sides that we support. You all have a time. We're gonna have a time where everybody will do their closing. You can still come back and make the necessary corrections during your closing. It's just fair enough that we try to respect the rule on the show. Please let me bring Raymond back on and all the other folks who are in the background. Most of you listen to the audio here today. I'm trying to get this video ready of Ben Senvi. And
Nelson, just before you do that, can I provide the information of Joseph Yema Boakai contribution in the various
Okay, do
entities.
that in 30 seconds quickly. Why I get this this
Okay,
ready.
my dear brother.
Why you didn't recognize me, Nelson?
Okay, so
My dear
after
brother.
Raymond, we give you 30 seconds, Josh. After
No,
Raymond.
you also give me 30 seconds.
My dear brother, we cannot provide policy documents because the reality of the fight of the matter during that time, documentation in Liberia and the internet where you can have access to information, they didn't exist. But the evidence are there. And when you're doing research, you don't look for one particular thing, you look for the information. The Agriculture Bank was established when Joseph Yima Boakai worked in those entities. The bread basket, the fights are there. Liberia was headed. The West African West Production hosted in Liberia when Joseph Yima Boakai was agriculture minister, and he headed it. Those are tangible. Those are achievements. They are when our crops, cash crops, made the most money in Liberia. That was when he was at LPMC. There are records on the internet that you can go and check.
Thank you, Roman.
So the fights are there. There's nothing to argue and debate.
No, that's George coming, George.
Moba, I don't want to know responding to Moba. I don't want to know responding to.
No. It's not how we operate, brother. I start George in the queue, so we gotta go to George from George, and we can balance it from you, and then we can go to Sylvester. George, come in 30 seconds, brother.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much, Moba. Look, the thing is, I see the guys here, they are twisting and turning to find contribution of Boakai, when he has always been in government, because the only place we know Boakai has ever worked is in government. Without government job, he will sit down at home. So here's the thing. Boakai took machines to Lofa for agriculture purposes. Those machines are still there, damaged. This guy who cannot even manage those things, cannot manage his party, cannot manage CPP. This is the man the guys want to bring up. But look, I just don't want to prolong this thing. I will hand it back to you guys. And Daniel, I want to thank you for the statistics you brought, because it really showed the core of these guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's move to our next talking point. Let's move to our next talking point. I'm just going to play this video. I'm just going to play this video and give you the time to share your thoughts on it. Then we'll go to
Nelson, just give me 30 seconds, please. I beg. I hold your foot.
Sorry, sir. Please. We'll come back. I will give you the time. You will do your closing. I will give you extra time during your closing.
I hope you give me extra time too.
Everybody will have extra time. But let's listen to this. Let's briefly listen to this here.
I'm playing you. You got it.
Put it on the George Weah administration. Put it on the George Weah administration. Some of us took our reputation. Some of us took our lives. Look, this is not, you think this is fun? This is not fun, Mr. President. That some of us, our reputation now, people are questioning our loyalty and our patriotism to our country because we decided that we were going to give you a chance. Or you're stealing up the country. You're building your homes. You're doing all of these things, not because you care for your country. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. Forget me. What did the ordinary woman in West Point do wrong to believe in you? What did she do wrong to believe in you, George Weah? What did she do wrong? That today, we the people, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Do you think leadership is about standing up and pumping your chest to the people? You don't know that all power is inherent in the people? You don't know that? You should think and listen to what your ministers are saying about you. You should listen to what they're saying about you. You should listen to what your party chairman said about you. You think this is a joke? You think this is a joke? Good people put their characters on the line. Many people came out and said, you know what? Maybe this guy is just going to prove us all wrong. Maybe he's going to, maybe he's going to do something that ultimately our country will say, yeah. Are you kidding me? You come to power. What do? You come to power. What do? It's like you came with a vengeance. You came with a vengeance to break everything down. Everything down. You came with a vengeance to break it down. You fly in private jet. George, we used to fly commercial together. We used to meet many times on the plane. Many times we used to see on the plane. So all of a sudden now, you are such a big security threat that you can't fly commercial anymore. What is this? And you sit around, you've built a network of team. You've created an environment around you where nobody can tell you the truth. They go sit down with you. All they do, they talk. They listen to you talk, and they clap for you. They clap for you. That's all they do. And you think you are man? You think you are president? What good of a president when your country is starving? What good of a president when your people cannot even wake up in the morning and have hope? What good of a president are you? You think that to dress up and wear bow tie with your purple suit? You think that's what it's about? That's not what we sign up for. I got news for you. That is not what we sign up for. We sign up for a difference. We sign up for change. We sign up for something better. That's why Mama Molu is saying it. That's why Mama Molu is saying it. That's why all of them are saying it in private. It just happened that he was recorded. This is nonsense, George. This is nonsense. When we take ourselves, when our people decide that in the end, we will try the ball from Gibraltar. I told you on the day we endorse you. I told you on the day we endorse you that you cannot afford to be the typical Liberian president. I said it to you.
Okay.
Wow. So there you have it. There you have it. That's Chairman Ben Senvi right there. But I want to play this last video, and then we'll just make the 1 minute round, and then we go to the lines because our folks out there want to.
Mr. President,
this is
you better open your eyes, brother. You better open your eyes. Most of your people around you think they have arrived. If you can't see what's going on, open your eyes. You people say I shouldn't talk because when I talk, it can create certain kind of emotion. This is just a prelude to what I will say tomorrow exactly this time. If people don't know what's unfolding in this country, you better open your eyes, Mr. President. Those that you have empowered think they have arrived. What they don't know is the danger that awaits them. Exactly tomorrow, I will say things that will shake the very foundation of our existence. Open your eyes, Georgie, open your eyes. There is a deep-rooted conspiracy to not have you elected by very, very close people near you. Open your eyes, and I will speak tomorrow as a seditian who have overwhelming love for you as a young man who have changed the narrative of this country. I speak in the interest of our country. I speak in the interest of our party. If we think we're running...
So there you have it. Another video, Dr. Lester Tenney. But interestingly, Dr. Tenney spoke today as he promised in that video we just played, and you'll be shocked at some of the things he said. Well, I'm gonna process that video, but I want us to make our round. I want us to make the round on this, and then we go to the lines because our folks out there need to make their point as well. Let's make our points on this. So let's start with you, Moba.
Yeah. Well, Ben
What does
Simmons.
this say? What does this say about, the CDC? What does this say about the presidency? What does this say about the election? You listen to Chairman Ben Savvy. You listen to Dr. Lester Tenney, a member of this very CDC, someone who is a diehard supporter of the CDC, someone who is noted for not holding back, but letting out how he feels about the happenings. I just want you to make your point. So we want this to be real quick. So I'm going to set the timer, and then we do our 1 minute quickly. So
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
Thank you. Ben Savvy is my big brother. I respect him so much, and he know that. But you can't sell something to us that you already probably degrade. Like when we come to the CDC, Ben Savvy was the person who on our recording said a lot of things about George Weah. And we all hear the recording. People who listen to on the radio land, on the social media, already hear the recording. But today, Ben against United Party. Today, Ben sleeping with CDC. Nobody know what it costs. Nobody know what is going on. I respect Ben. I will not go into that. I respect him as my big brother. Although he can post, and I can go on his post, I make my comment, he can read it. He know my aim and my intention. But I will not come on social media and degrade him on that. But I believe within myself, one day Ben will sit down and say, no, what I'm doing is wrong. Because the same thing he preached yesterday, like what happening today. But then he's still following the same route that he preached yesterday. And we all know today, CDC government is more corrupt. CDC government is the killing machine of our citizens. But he said it before, but now he joined them. We know that. Let me not conclude.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You want to speak to Dr. Lester Tenney? Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I'll go. Lester Tenney, he's a big brother.
Why is he speaking this way?
Because
someone who is a stalwart of the CDC. He's a supporter of this very CDC, man. Why is Dr. Lester Tenney speaking like this?
He has been left along the road. CDC don't care about him no more. That's the fact. CDC don't care about him no more. And he know the end. They're the one phone CDC. They're the one who are under the ring. They're the one who son beat them. They're the one who do fall on them. But today, CDC trapped them. And they know the inner part of CDC. So they coming out today telling us that certain people should not be with George Weah. But you know what? It's not our cup of tea. Because we,
Thank you.
No, let me conclude. For us, United Party, partisan, right? It's in our suit. We enjoy it. We want to eat it. We want to sleep on it. Let them make their force. We don't care about them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ture, let's hear from Councillor Gonglo's camp. What do you make of the two videos we just played? We're going to give you 1 minute, 30 seconds because you are the only Councillor Gonglo man on set here. So go ahead. Let me set the timer now and give you the time to go ahead. Go. Yeah.
There's a saying that says the horse divided can no longer hold or can no longer stand, whatever way you want to take it. Let me tell you this. Ben Savvy, I would bet on myself of playing the lottery, the mega Powerball tomorrow and win it, than believing what Ben Savvy is saying. Let me tell you this. Ben Savvy is a young man with so many hopes of becoming one of the leaders that will transform Liberia tomorrow. But on the other hand, Ben Savvy, he is how do you call it? I don't want to sound very, very harsh, but he's a political opportunist. To put it in a very civilized way. He's a political opportunist, right, bro? Ben Savvy, I've seen the writing on the wall. that President George Manneh Weah have absolutely no hope, you know what I mean, of convincing the Liberian to give him another mandate of 6 years. What Ben Samuel is doing right now, Ben Samuel is playing what we call, Nancy, if I should ask you, when was the video released?
This video was released not now. Okay, and this is where
I mean,
the
I want to know,
discussion is coming
is
from.
it a
All
recent
right.
video? Is
No,
it like
this
1
is
month?
not a recent video. This is not a 1-2.
I
This
think that's
video goes
2021.
as far back as
2021.
20. Yeah, okay,
Between
2021 or
2021 to
so.
20,
I mean,
2022.
you know,
That's why that
so
video was released.
and this is
Yeah.
where a lot of people are coming from, and it's good that you ask that question, because if you must make an input here, then you need to know when
Right.
exactly. Yeah. So
Man,
why
come
do
on,
you
man, George
think?
shaking your head. But look,
So
Nelson, I just wanted to know so that at least I can draw a timeline as to how Liberian you take it. But here's the thing though, there's the same Ben Samuel man that left with this spoon crew. The one that I brought there, they did what they had to do, and we all obviously came to understand what happened to that whole debacle that happened. But at the same time, Lester Tenney is just one of those guys that he want to be part of the situation, but the situation is deteriorating to a point where he don't want to fully get vested into it. And these are the people that, look, I respect every one of you on the panel, right? And I'm pretty sure all of you seek my best interest. But I'll also tell you guys, if you guys see me going on the wrong path, if you can tell me that Toure, where you are trending to, that is not a good thing, I don't want you to even say you like me or you my friend. Because our friend should be bold enough to tell you, my man, you're
Thank
screwing
you.
up. All right?
Thank you.
You're screwing up. And the president have associated himself with people that don't have the guts to tell him, Mr. President, the lead you are taking is not going to lead. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And that's what we are saying.
Thank you very much, Sylvester. 1 minute.
Thank you. You see, in regards to what Ben Samuel was talking, that's an old video, as we all have agreed. Okay. But my problem here is, how can the truth of yesterday become the lies of today? What has changed? Is he not in bed with Joe Weah today? So all the things he was saying in that video, has Joe Weah stopped flying private jets? Has he started spending unnecessarily? Nothing has changed. So why is he in bed with Joe Weah now? You see, that's what I tell people. That's what I mean. Don't get me wrong. I'm an individual. I don't believe in political parties. I believe in the country, because a minute up on a line today, we have a future. We have our character ahead of us. Tomorrow, some of us will be opportune for public office. These things are there forever. Whatever you say will haunt you tomorrow. So be careful.
Thank you.
What you say. With Lester Tenney, he's a frustrator, disenchanted, sedition. And for him, I'll give him a little bit of a respect, because he stays where he belongs and criticize. How many of you can do that? Or how many of us can do that? We will never criticize where we are. We always try to defend. Even we see it where we defend. And I can see it with a lot of political parties today. We come on the line, we will defend. Even we see it, we will defend and defend. But tomorrow will be the same one crying. So Ben Samuel, I don't take him with a grain of salt.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to you, Kamara. You have 1 minute on this, and then we'll move to Josh.
Thank
and
you.
then Sherry.
The clip you just played, that was a clip for 2021.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't have much to say about Ben, because I believe that Ben Samuel is looking for his living. Ben Samuel is hungry. You and I know, or if you don't know, I know that Ben Samuel, he is hungry today, more than yesterday. So for the fact that Ben Samuel is like he is like Edwin Melvin Snow. They have the belief that what the Kekwakoto believe. They are like Kekwakoto students. They say where the sun shines, there where you hang your clothes. You will not see Ben Savin supporting. Ben Savin was supporting Madam Salif. He is the same Ben Savin today supporting Josh Manawia, but because he released that video, because when Ben Savin pledged his loyalty to Josh Manawia, what he was expecting to receive, he never received it. The seditionists was saying in Gary. So that how Ben Savin went on air, agitating on social media. So in terms of that, lesser telling,
Yeah.
like,
Why is he
like my
speaking
brother,
this way?
as maybe aware, or maybe you are not informed, but you know that lesser telling that they are the boom behind the CDC. They are Molba K. Molu. They believe lesser telling is one of Molba K. Molu. If I can say is student or someone who believe in Molba Molu ideology. They believe that they have been left on the wayside. So in other sense, they need to vet their anger in this manner and fashion. But whether they vet their anger, whether they don't vet their anger, we all know that this elections is a done deal, is
Thank you.
done. For
Thank you
Josh
very much.
Manawia.
Thank you very much. Josh, it's over to you, sir. You can
Oh.
share your thoughts on the Ben Savin video and also Dr. Tenney.
Yeah, thank you so much. Look, for Ben, no, Ben is a good friend. Ben, I think Ben is he's a very smart guy, and I don't fault him for a frustration. We all got our own frustrations. The thing is that, you know, when President Weah ascended to power, some of us and other people, we have hope, right? But also there are other people who have unrealistic hope. You know what I mean? Like you give somebody $5 and you expect them to go and buy pound, chicken, meat, kiss me, everything. You know what I mean? And I would look at the $5 you give the person and say, that's $5 auntie all about all those things. You get me? So you gotta get some apprehension. But some people have too much hope, and when things were not going the way they expected them to go, they got frustrated. I support the person. I disagree with some things he said. I think on the show I was here once, and that you know, a video came out that the president was saying he's not talking to this person. He's just talking to the group of people. He's talking to this group of people. I said no, I disagree with the president, and we have to disagree. Unlike my brothers who are here, where everything Bouaka does is correct. You know what I mean? You know, anything, you know, nothing ever wrong. He has been a perfect president. That's not an issue. I understand Ben's frustration. Look, during the time, if you look at the timeline at which when this video was made, there was a lot going on. COVID had just, you know, COVID was heightened, you know, there was a lot of calamity in the country. There was protests, there was things everywhere, you know. So look, I understand what Ben's frustration was. Even the vice president at the time, she and the president, according to information that we're hearing in the Vanguard, that they were having some issues as well. You know what I mean? And all this they say happy people, and they could say anything they wanted to say. So look, I don't hold Ben responsible for what he said. I think we should all be able, even if we don't have all the information, we will express our frustration and when we think, you know, it's time to do it. But guess what? Ben expressed all these sentiments that you just heard. He went to Liberia and the president still embraced him. That's the kind of leader we have. You can disagree with him, but he will still embrace you and say, look, guys, together we can make this work. So that's the type of president that we want to throw away. And God forbid, it's never going to happen. Bouaka will never be president in Liberia. Let me go to Dr. Tenney thing. Look, Dr. Tenney, I think I understand his frustration. You know, being somebody who is educated, who got a doctorate degree, you expect yourself to either be at the finance ministry doing some stuff, you know what I mean? Or even at the NOCAL, where he was, you know, when he left and went to become a dean of student at the LU.
University of Liberia, yeah.
Yeah, LU, yeah. He's frustrated, man. Come on. If I am he, even if I was a doctor, by this time I'll be out there. I'll be back in America or somewhere around the world, sitting down there. He's frustrated. he will say anything he wants to say because
But he says
himself,
there are people in the inner cycle of the president who are pretending to him. They're not telling him the truth, and deep down, they don't want him to be reelected. They're just playing the cards so that they get what they can get now, you know, and they
Yep.
know that and they know that the president will not be reelected.
Nelson, look, let's look at what he said on a face value. The thing is that if he's not in the inner cycle, how does he know that those people don't want the president re-elected? You are the same people here were telling us that all the ministers are violating the code of conduct and they are campaigning. This is the guy who comes to you and tell you that these people are not campaigning because they don't want the president re-elected. Those are all sort of frustration. You couldn't do anything better than the
So you
people
think
that
he's
are the
just
president.
frustrated, and that's why
He's
speaking?
frustrated because he's not in the inner cycle. He expected himself to be in the inner cycle. He's not there. So he wants to damage everything. These are the people,
you,
just like United Party. When they are not on the table, they won't break the table down. That's what's happening.
Which table the people breaking now?
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
I know what Hamon is using to break it table down, but go
John,
ahead,
forcing me.
Sharif. You have what
Yeah, before I delve into my making my statement, I just wanted to make some correction quickly. When Brother George said that former President Joseph Boakai mismanaged the farm machines in Lofa or whatever, let me just give you a little clarity. That project was sponsored by the Libyan government through the African Development Aid in the tune of 30 million for 20-year period. During that 20-year period, the money was going to be added, or going to grow to 110 million. So that project was first initiated in 2007, and it was signed in 2008. But the project did not get into fruition until 2010. So 2010, when the project commenced in Foya district, and then they had an employee of in the tune of 200 employees. So when the project started, 2010, around February or around January, the end of January to February, the Arab Spring uprising started, which affected Libya. When that happened, funding stopped. How do you expect a project to commence when Gaddafi was fighting for his life? And at the time, US government had put sanction on them. They could not fund money to any other country, for that matter. So these are simple facts that you should understand before we come out here and mislead our people. So just to make that clarification, with respect to what is the other thing we were talking about again?
Oh, you are doing a research. Okay, so let's go to Raymond. So
No, you can't do that to me. No. Okay, with respect to Brother Senvi. Brother Ben Senvi was one of the people that when I was going to high school, I admire so much. Him and another brother again, they call Ali Sila. Both guys, I have no trust in them when it comes to Liberian politics. They are sellout. They are belly-driven politicians. They don't stand for nothing. All they stand for is what I can eat today. That's all they stand for. So that's all I have to say about Ben Senvi. And there are so many Ben Senvi in our country. There are so many Ben Senvi in our midst. So these people, I do not respect them because they stand for nothing. There's if you look at the body politic in the US, people stand for principles. They will say, okay, I'm Republican, I'm liberal, I'm left wing, I'm right wing. They stand for something. No matter what happened, they stand for that. What do these guys stand for? They stand for nothing. Wherever the sun shines, that's where they go. So all the grievances he expressed in that video, it was simply because his hands was not in a cookie jar at the time. The moment that he got invited to the cookout, hey, he dances to the same tune as the devil. And we respected Dr. Tierney. Same thing again. This man is disenchanted simply because where he expected to be, he's not where he is. However,
so do you really think if Dr. Tierney was in charge, if he was given that space he wanted, are you saying that he will not be speaking the way he's speaking right now?
Yeah, most likely. But this is what I have to say. That does not change the fact that everything Brother Senvi alluded to in that video are not factual or are not happening now. we cannot excuse the fact that those things are still happening. They're still happening. Everything he alluded to is still happening. George Manneh, we are still flying private jet, like my brother Sylvester mentioned.
Thank you.
There's still mismanagement of country resources. That's still happening. There hasn't been no stop to that. Our country has still been mismanaged. That's still happening. There has been no changes.
Thank you,
all.
Sheriff.
But
That's
as
what you
for
did.
individual level, I have no respect for those guys.
Thank you very much. Raymond, and then we'll go to Daniel, and then Emmanuel, and then we'll go to the lines.
I wish you were going to give me the same time you gave Josh, because I know so much to reveal, but unfortunately I won't. So I would just say the little I can. Saying I'm not one of the privileged ones on this show.
Come on, Raymond. Don't be painting that kind of picture. You know.
I mean, if I can have the same time Josh had, I would inform the listeners about a lot.
Okay,
because
go
I
ahead.
know a lot.
Go ahead. Just try to summarize your.
I know Sanvi. We grew up together. Sanvi grew up on the Catholic compound. I grew up in Sofis. We played basketball together. Look, a lot of young people talking about generational change and all of that, they are dishonest. And for me, leadership, the number one is about character and integrity, honesty. If you don't have it, you're not a leader. Ballot-driven individuals are not leaders. Ben Sanvi was appointed youth representative during Charles Taylor time to the government. He was not connected with any young person. No program, zero. Ballot-driven. Ben Sanvi supported George Weah after he went to Madame Saliv, went to the Liberty Party, went to George Weah. And when he couldn't get what he had, what he wanted, he said everything that every Liberian knows. Nothing, no revelation Ben Sanvi gave that nobody knows. He just said the obvious. And now, where is he? He's right there. Why? I will tell you why. During the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, when he supported the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, don't we know of Ben Sanvi $40,000 that he owes when he provided a booger company, a company that don't exist, to take loan for small businesses? Ben Sanvi is corrupt. He's driven by his belly. Anywhere money is, are you not aware that CEO said Ben Sanvi was the one who went and received the $50,000 that the government was trying to give them so that they support them, their propaganda machine? Money. And what CEO could not accept the money, Ben Sanvi and other guy disenchanted. He disconnected himself with CEO. A lot of young people are not honest. The one generation change. And even Lester talking about what he's doing. A lot of these guys are dishonest. They know who George Weah is. I was running a youth program when George Weah came to give us motivational talk when he was UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. The first 15 minutes with George Weah, I knew that he was empty. He had nothing. I am the one who brought George Weah and Joel Howard Taylor to say the pledge for children in Liberia during Charles Taylor time on the plight of children. So everybody who supported CDC, they were only trying to use George Weah as a pawn so they could get to the gravy pot and they could eat as much as they wanted. These are dishonest people. Even though what they're saying is truth, but they are all ballot-driven individuals. But politics and electioneering is about numbers. Now that they're disenchanted, we invite them to the rescue train. We'll rescue Liberia together where nobody will have privilege, where every Liberian, irrespective of you being seditious, voted Bouaka or not, whether you supported him, everybody will have a fair chance in Liberia to develop themselves. And Ben Sanvi issue, when he disconnected with George Weah, came from Joel. I could have spoken about that, but again, you keep telling me thank you. Like I said, I don't have the privilege to speak as long as Josh can.
You know, you want to burn me as a sedition. I ain't got a problem. So
well, you said that. I wasn't the one who said that. You just said that.
Burn me as Unity Party. Some people say, you know, but it's okay. let's have you, Daniel. Then we'll take our brother.
Okay, thank you.
And then we'll go.
Thank you very much. I'm going to be very quick as I'm about to leave. You know, I don't know why these issues are out because, I mean, these are old stories. However, I mean, like any unity parties in here, like Brother Raymond, like Ibrahim Kamahara who was here, like Sokia, and any other unity parties in. All these things we understand those status. These are based on aggrandizement. You know, like I said, both on Dr. Lester and the Ben Sami issue. You know, some of you guys, when you feel that you get into a struggle because certain thing, because of gain, that's what happens. And so we don't blame them. I have no further statement.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I want to.
You said you had no further.
Yeah. I just want to go outside that debate and say thank you to Brother Sokia for alluding to the fact that CDC government has done well. Insofar as you can accept the fact that all those projects were just implemented by Josh Weah, that's a clear indication that you have accepted the fact that Josh Weah has done something. And so there's no excuse for that, and you cannot debate that. Thank you very much. And I think I will be leaving for the night.
Yeah.
And thanks to everyone on the show.
Thank you. Emmanuel, go ahead.
No
sir.
problem, Daniel. Go.
Then we'll go to the line.
Thank you. I want to start with Dr. Tenney. Dr. Tenney, what I noticed about him is that he wants to actually tell the president what he's doing wrong and what he's doing right. And people that are closer to the president, they are not giving him a chance. That's why he always comes on Facebook to talk. But if you are having access to the president, he won't be coming on Facebook. There are things that he knows. There are things that are going wrong. That you want to actually speak to the president directly. But people that are around the president, they don't want him to get to the president. They always prevent him. And that is just my opinion. Because for him to start coming on Facebook, this is not the first time. It's because he's not having access to the president. And those who are preventing people from reaching to the president, those are the people he think are the ones who are actually working against the president re-elections. Because once you're not advising the man, it means you don't want him to do the best, to do the right thing. And once you're not doing the right thing, it means you're not going to be re-elected. That's how I understand it from Dr. Tennant's side. For Mr. Sanvi, he has been vocal. Sanvi started with the CDC right after the election, and in few time he left. And since then, he have been supporting, he have been on a Liberty Party, and then supporting Alexander Cummings today. That all we know. That's what I know as fact. I'm not going to talk about conspiracy theories. I don't see Ben Sanvi still supporting CDC, although he said Joe Weah is a friend, but I don't have any proof if he's still supporting CDC. So for me, his fact, what he spoke is actually the fact, and he was vocal, and I still believe, even though he's not as vocal as he were, but I still believe he's not supporting CDC.
Thank you very much. So we gotta go to the lines now and take some participation from our folks out there, and then
I beg you, just 10 seconds, not much.
Remo is always asking for small time.
I'm a panelist. When someone attacked my character directly, we need to clarify.
Did anyone attack you?
He said, after I said Ben Sanvi and Lester Tenney are ballot driven, he said we are just the same like them, but we had an opportunity. And let me disclose to the Liberian
Who's
people.
that?
Daniel
okay.
just left.
Okay.
I would have been an assistant minister in the George Weah-led government. I accepted it. When I served Maputo Vla Yimpan, he wanted to appoint me assistant minister. I declined. I had a $5.6 million project and I left Liberia and came to the US. If I were ballot driven, I would have been in Liberia. So I come from a background of NGO, voluntary service. My love and my integrity is seized. I'm able to work if I have 1 cup of rye or eat it a day. I'm not driven.
Thank you
by
very
material
much.
things.
Thank you very much. Thanks a whole lot. But I see all of you have so
information, yeah.
Okay, what information?
Yeah, I just want to tell my brother Raymond that a minister does not have the power to appoint assistant minister. So that is a false information he's trying to give to the public. Thank you.
No.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your information. Remo, you have anything to say about that?
Recommendation
is the president. I said, but the president don't know me.
You said
Hold
the man
on
was going to
now.
appoint you.
Hold
Then what
on,
you say? You
hold
said
on,
you will
hold on.
appoint me.
Recommendation.
You're not
Recommendation.
understanding. I'm speaking about that
I
shit.
don't want to put you guys in the background. We,
George,
let's
you know the man. So
You
that
didn't say
keep quiet, George.
recommendation.
You know the man.
Hold on.
You didn't say
You know Roman.
recommendation. You didn't say recommendation. So you got to change it and say recommendation now.
So
But you
Josh,
said the
we
man
speaking.
wanted to appoint me. You said the man wanted to
So
appoint me as
you
assistant minister.
Josh
The
keep
man said he was
interfering,
up
my man.
for
Can he go in the
Josh.
background? I said if I wanted to, when I served Maputo Vlagimpan, I would have become an assistant minister. I didn't even say Maputo was
The
going
whole
to
thing, you
appoint me.
changed it again. You changed the whole thing again.
I
Okay,
wanted
thank
to.
you.
George,
Because that man
you
not
heard
talking to
what
you.
the man said.
Ture,
You
I'm not
heard what
talking
he
to you.
said.
Ture, I'm not talking to you.
So
I'm not
I
talking
know
to
you're
so
not talking to
Josh,
me,
But
but
yeah,
stop being a disruptor.
But
It's
the
like
Okay,
fact,
okay.
man,
So,
saying the
gentlemen,
fact.
Josh.
we got to go to the lines. We got
Man
to go to
saying
the
the
lines.
fact.
Thank you very much.
So
I don't
George don't
want
want
I don't
Nelson
want
now.
to
George don't want me to clear my air, and he himself had attacked me. This is a
So
public medium.
let's
I got to
so
clear my image,
yeah. So,
my
let's go to
integrity.
the lines. We're gonna come
No,
back.
Nelson,
We're gonna
please,
come
1
back.
second.
No, let Roman clear the air.
Nelson,
Man, 30 seconds, let me clear the air.
my
It's our
integrity has been
minutes.
attacked on this platform. I
big
think
Okay,
that
clear
now
your
it's time to
integrity.
clear
So,
it.
Yeah.
George has activated a particular moves for you, and here you are going in that same direction. But go ahead.
No,
Let
it's
me
not
clear
about
the air.
same direction. It's my name. I'm not
Okay,
up for elections, so I'm not one of those to be targeted by my integrity. Josh, I served Maputo Vlagimpan. There are people in America who were the first to break the news to me that my name was on the list to be an assistant minister. I declined it. Maputo was going to recommend. There are 3 assistant ministers that were appointed at the Ministry of Public Works. I can call their names to them, but I don't have their approval for their own stuff. My name will have been one of them. I declined it, and I became
Thank you
director
very
for
much.
public buildings, construction, and maintenance. That's the position I left in
Thank
Liberia
you.
and came to America. That's a big portfolio.
Thank
The
you very
Republic
much.
of Liberia, if you don't know that.
Raymond, thanks a lot. Our lines are very hot now. Our folks out there want to make their contribution. Councillor Tiawon Gongo, man, I see your hand up. What?
Yeah, you just fighting. I don't know what you're fighting for.
I think it's
Hold up.
necessary that you just go through the line.
Every time I put my hand up, I don't get recognized for interjection. But look, let me tell you
Nancy,
this.
just go to the line. Just go to the
Mama,
line.
let me
Hey,
go 30 seconds back.
No, wait.
Let me
Let's have it.
Oh,
Let
man,
me do
I
second.
and George should be treated the same way on the platform, yo.
Go ahead, brother. You are
For real.
protected by me.
My man, Nancy, my man, the same privilege you afford George, I should be afforded the same privilege.
Ture, you are protected by me. Go ahead, brother. Ture, go ahead. You are protected
we
by
gotta
me.
go to the
I'm
line.
talking to my brother George already.
Let's go to the line.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll give you more time for your closing, Ture. Trust that. We'll give you more time to close. But let's take calls from you now. If you're out there, you're following the show, the late night politics of Spoon. You can join the conversation by calling our local lines is 0-777-77-1075, or you can also call 0-555-101075. For those of you watching, the WhatsApp number is pinned on the screen, so you can call that number only via WhatsApp, only using WhatsApp if you want to make a contribution from that end. So let's take our first call from our local line here. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead quickly and name it where you call from.
Yes, I'm Emmett Sedi from Cowell.
Go ahead.
Yes, I don't want to say something about multiple for CDC card that is still tonight. If he said that Paka never did anything when he was minister or he showed any tangible thing that he did. But I don't want to let you know that Professor Easton, so he produced the highest number of person in Liberia, 30% now. And we calculate all the yearly wealth is the same person was more than 40 years. And now, so if you stay suffering for rule, in the 5 poorest counties in Liberia for Easton, and now the present president county is the poorest county that short of good drinking water, good health care, no hospital. What can you say that so Easton country should take on development?
Thank you. Thank you very much. We take this person here from the WhatsApp line. Hello.
Yeah, Nelson.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. You live. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, Nelson, this is Rodney 12 from Atlanta, Georgia, man. Hey, my brother Ture, I want to say hello to you. What's up, my dude? But look, I want to make a disclaimer here, man. If anybody know Ben Sanvi better than anybody on this show tonight, will be me, Rodney 12. And I know my brother Ben Sanvi, he's young, and he's going to come back to his senses. So, Raymond,
Dan Savvy never played basketball when he was growing up. We played tennis at the Cali Hospital. So please, as a young man, Dan Savvy will come back to his senses and he's going to support Josiah Yima Boyka.
Thank you.
So Raymond, don't make that mistake, brother. I love you
So
guys.
so you made okay. So Raymond, you want to say something about that since yeah.
That's not true. All of the boys that live in the Catholic dormitory. Hold on. Listen. Hold on. Give me the chance.
Dan Savvy is a brother.
Let's give Raymond chance to
to respond.
I know all the Brent Savvy's cousins. I know Dr. Savvy. All of them used to come on the Catholic dormitory. Dan Savvy played tennis with Charles Stater. I know that. But not to say that he never came on the basketball court and played basketball. All the young boys gather on the medical dormitory basketball court.
Going to come home to
Thank you very much.
All the guys used to gather on the medical dormitory basketball
court. Let's go, you guys
court.
there. Thank you, Raymond.
It was a half court.
Thank you to Rodney and Raymond. Thank you.
Raymond
we have
keep
to go
getting
back
false
to the line.
information here.
Hello.
We soon find him.
Good morning from my end.
Yeah, good morning. Where are you joining us from? Your name quickly.
All right, my name is Josiah Smooth, from Colorado East Island, member of the National War Protection and Support Program 2023.
Go ahead quickly.
All right, thank you. Let me just say that when it comes to the war issues, no, some of in Liberia, we are reading some of our challenge information. Like the brother just said from the United Party ended, go and make the research, the records are there. They rule the corridor for now Secretary of Capital, Corey graduate. No, the funding was secured by the LLF government under Minister Bama Kamara at the time for Fanai. 200 million. The records are there. We are not sleeping. The government can't make these things. Why? They have failed these people in the Southeast. They said to the Southeasterners, President Leah said he was going to pay postal highway for us straight in the railing. They have failed massively. So they got nothing to tell the in the Southeast.
Thank you.
Thank you. Waiting for them.
Thank you very much, sir.
So based on the issues, quickly. But let me tell you, we were here with those everything. They respect the late child Walker Brodsky, back up, left in the United States, because Musa Belete, Kano Barbara, they walk to CDC party for, and when they support the president, we are knowing that he will be able to take out of this country. Why now? And he has gone back to the same place. When you say you were wrong, and you say continue to support the same wrong. So, like the other brother saying, he definitely better. He doesn't for the Liberian people. What they can get for themselves. That's what they speak about.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's go to the WhatsApp line. Take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Samuel Wawuli. What is the
where are you joining us from?
Show?
Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, go ahead.
What's the in and objective of this show? There's a reason why I asked. Some of us still are late. So you guys can educate us on Liberia. But you have people on the show saying things they don't know. If this a clown show, you never know. They will get our children so everybody can just laugh and leave.
So what's your point, sir? Just are you done with your point?
I want to know my point is, what is the objective of the show?
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Let's take this, but okay, let's go to our local line. Take this person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Nelson.
Yeah, go ahead. Your name and where you call from.
I'm Nelson. The way you're doing the show, we're trying to call and we're gonna discuss over 2 hours. You gotta let all the Liberian people to talk also.
But everyone has have the time, so that's why you even on the line. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Nelson. So I'm going to tell you about me the point that about Ben Savvy. Let me tell you, Ben Savvy, when you see today, Mr. Kony is not going nowhere in the political alliance in Labrador. Ben Savvy is the number 1 cause of it. Ben Savvy 2017, we know Ben Savvy did when the late Charles Brodsky left from here and come back, that behind him they declined their support to CDC. Ben Savvy is a pure born citizen. He is a born, even they come in last one. Ben Savvy was in Labrador. He was with the president. You know he was here in jail quite recently. Let me tell you, Ben Savvy, they are not here to see Labrador getting better, but they are here to look for money to get enrich themselves that all Ben Savvy up to. So a political career are dying in Labrador.
Thank you.
Never even township, you see them to be township in Labrador. It can never and never.
Thank you. Let's take this person from here. Good morning. Go ahead. Your name and where you call from.
Good morning. I'm Richard Flomo.
Richard Flomo, where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Border to be precise, Obonosha.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you see, our politicians in this country, the guys, all of them are deceptive. They are not honest. The only thing the politicians do is that they just want, at least when they get a position or when time comes, they leave from party to a party. And this is how our political systems have been looking, that today, you see, the country is not developed. If today we can sit down, we talk about, rule. It's deleted. Once in the capital today, the state person for rule to tell you that all our past leaders up to down, these people are not the honest. But sometimes when you guys come, you're asking for them and just waste your breath. It's just for nothing. Those people are just empowered to be themselves.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take this person from the WhatsApp line. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Leo. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Okay.
I just wanted to add to, I think, what Sherry said, because somebody asked during Joseph Boakai term as agriculture minister, APMC director, what was his contribution? But with no disrespect, I think I'm older than most of you people on the show there. Because you see, what happened is people that they didn't see the main regime when he was even agriculture minister. They are the one questioning what he did. When Joseph Boakai was agriculture minister, Liberia was booming when it comes even to employment. Because we had three different agriculture companies, Bon, Lofa, and Nima. The BCADB was in Bon County, the NCRDB was in Nima, the NCADB was in Lofa County. And those companies, those projects was have over 3,000 reported together employees.
Okay.
So that was one of the contributions that he made. And the carry, if you at the time you heard that there was a rest that was in Liberia that will grow in 3 months' time, it was under his administration. When we were with APMC, I was living in Ghana. Ghana was a million points of rice. They used to buy the rice from the local farmers and mill it and sell it locally. Wow. So some of these people, they don't know the history. So they come and say, oh, but why he did, he was saying why he did. So I just decided to provide that clarity.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so let's take another call from here. Then we'll go back to our local line. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Good morning, Nelson.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, fine. My name is Godwin Joe. Calling from the guest here.
Go ahead, Godwin.
Yeah, as it relates to the issue of Ben Savi and Dr. Femi, it's no secret that those guys, they are disenchanted. And there's some level of frustration within their thoughts and mind. So, I mean, they will come over to the rescue train and we all will move on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to our local lines and take some calls from there. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, my name is. Yeah, what about Big Side? I call from Soul Clinic.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just like to throw a little light on the rules issue. I hear these immediate fire people talking about we shall keep the phone, we shall keep the phone for days, mobile app. You had 12 years, every mobile app. Why stop you from doing it? That stop you. It's unfortunate. All of us know CDC is not perfect. This government has issues. But if we should change this government, the party should not be the option.
Who do you think should be the option?
Because it did a lot of damage to this country. They had a lot, and they're very
No. I'm asking. You said if the Liberian people should change the government, you agree that there should be a change of government, but Unity Party should not be.
I'm saying, as someone was saying that we are the worst, Unity Party should never be the option.
Okay.
They are not the future.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Hello. Hello? We lost this person. Hello? Wow. Okay, this call. Hello?
How are you?
Okay, great. Let's hear your name and where you calling from.
Thank God so much for all of your God bless you. My name is Bako Selo Kolibom to Sunan Siama to the United Party campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for the show. I hope people talking about United Party. United Party is the party for everyone. United Party came to power. My federal country, everything was fair. People are living better life. But you are leading power, you tell me no one will not men with all of on the surface. What is not all of on it?
Thank you.
The United Party. But people go, I come into a suffer of fear this small. People go air talking about the day. Nobody is ANC or nobody other people. We all came to say that not the woman, not our friends. If you are Jordan Bagade, la parade funny, or for you in a, for you. La parade funny in the country. When I want to job, man, we are. We start in the country right now. The country not completed. Because I don't know.
Thank you.
Something believing Jordan Bagade.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hold you there, sir. Thank you. Let's go back to the WhatsApp line. Hello.
Hello, Lex and my big boy. How are you? This is Alex Menemo calling from Minnesota.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you quickly.
Oh, thanks so much to you and your co-panelists. You got ready to work for the Liberian people. Okay, I don't want to make clarification.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm older than all of you, and I got born 1958.
Okay.
In the early 80s when Doe took over, Liberia was suffering. It's a new government that just came to power. They had no political experience. A Joe Boakai, and other guy that gave that political experience, to appointed Joe Boakai, the early agriculture minister. And I just left my high school. During the administration, Joe Boakai, he started 4 agriculture stations, 1 in Nima, 2 in Bonn, 2 in Lofa. I can tell you, my boy, at that time, we know to import Rex. The importation around Sana in Monrovia, but this is called Lofa bread, the bread basket of Liberia. It is true Joseph Boakai instrumentality. In fact, at that time, anytime when school doing education, he used to hire a vacation student. Yeah, I just give me 1 minimum because I know I'm going all the time. Give me 30 seconds. So at that time, agriculture was either we say export, therefore, better bought Guinea and Cote d'Ivoire all over. So nobody tell you, my picking that Joe Boakai did not do anything. That man, he did well when it comes to agriculture.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. So let's take one more call from WhatsApp, then we'll go to the local lines and take a few calls from there. Hello. Oh, we lost this call from the WhatsApp line. Let's take this person here. Hello. Okay, you live. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm George from calling from Minnesota.
Yeah, George.
My first thing is I just want to appreciate all of you guys, especially taking up your time to give the Liberian people the necessary information, and especially you, Nelson. By the way, I'll still get to you. Don't worry. I owe you some stuff. But let me be honest with you. I don't know why you guys even dignifying people like that Ben Sandy on the show. Ben Sandy feel that he knows too much and he knows nothing. You guys should be dignifying them. We're talking about rescuing our country. JMB and Jeremiah Kundo rescue our country. They're talking about Ben Sandy. Who is Ben Sandy? Yo, I mean, you don't focus on rescue our country and let's get the country moving, man. Thank you.
Okay, let's hold you there and take this final WhatsApp call. Then we'll go to our local lines. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Nelson. This is Ami from Texas.
Welcome.
My first point is that you're not treating Touré right. Touré haven't had anybody on that show to be number 2 with him. George, I had number 2. Somebody brought on there, the other liar that just left, and George himself. They always got point to talk. You don't get to wrestling, that's number 1. Number 2, Mr. George, he said Joe Baga never did anything when you're growing up. Yeah, I want to say the people that I knew what Joe Baga did, let tell you what Joe Baga was not responsible by each other saying you are not self the chairman manager. So the people that I know what he did, they tell you right now. So listen good and leave Raymond alone. Everybody listening to and heard what Raymond said. You the one who making the false information. I'm Raymond. Thank you, Nelson.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And
that girl looking for men. She's looking for men. So I answer
Man, don't say that, man. Don't say that.
Thank you, looking for men.
Don't say that.
Looking for men.
I'll mute all of you guys. I will mute all of you guys. I will mute all of you guys. Josh, let's keep the platform professional. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm just to go ahead to Cooper.
Okay, from SD Cooper.
I want to comment Josh and Daniel in studio. Josh and Daniel, man, the people, we pay AD for gender to complex. We brought 200 million drugs in the country, push. We done all the children crazy. Don't mind them. We pass it to our court to go to the type of football. Don't mind them. I just pay my for a 2 unit. Don't mind them. I ready for my whole 9th Street with $9 million. I say, oh, my son, and my son deny it. Don't mind them. They people are super people. We say we let you sit down there. You're not going through. Actually, very so. We die in the cold of hunger. They say, I'm rather be making some of job. We're funny.
So wait. Whose side are you on? You telling Josh?
I'm flattering George and Daniel. I'm flattering them. They cannot really. You know, really.
Look. I beg you. Thank you. Let's go in there. That's what you said. Good morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, look, brother, enough is enough, man. This guy, they are corrupt, they must go. Liberian, we are suffering, brother, we are suffering. George, we are actually the power with 2 houses, 2 property in Liberia. Now, if you check the amount of property George, we are half now, maybe 5 or 6 years. The more than what he never got doing when you were playing soccer. So, brother, enough is enough. I don't care who can defend him. The corruption must stop. And George, we must be here to be accountable for all the corruption that we are carrying in the country.
Thank you very much. This person, hello. Yeah, go ahead quickly.
I'm James Moore.
From where?
From my Barclay.
My Barclay, go ahead. Please reduce the volume of your radio. Go ahead quickly.
Just a concern, we get a few more days from now to the election. Yeah, 3 more already said it. You see on top of the election, you see the police morale. But now you can't find one car that will have to do deployment of station. So how will it be deployed for the coming election?
Thank you. That's a very great concern. Thank you very much. We take the last local call, then we take 2 more calls from WhatsApp. We'll go to you to make your quoting. Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you quickly. Oh no, we lost him. So let's take the last 2 WhatsApp call here, then we come back to you guys. Hello.
Hey. Good evening, Nelson.
Yeah.
Great program, and thanks to you and the team. I just want to point out a few things. I listened to one, the guy representing CDC. I will think that when you come on the kind of show, you come with fight. When you bring up things, saying things about people that are not true. It also questions credibility with information. Like he talked about the agriculture project that was in Lofa, that ADA. I think it was one Macintosh that was heading that project. Joseph Boakai only recommended. He did not take part in anything of such. I listened to Boakai answering question on that stuff. So I think the next thing is that I just want to recommend to the team that maybe if you guys can do some time interval, like if you do 45 minutes and allow callers to come in and do some calls, and you the panelists discuss the topic and change the topic. Yeah. I also recommend that you should because the callers are always standing by to contribute to this discussion. Thank you guys, and
I give it up to all of you guys, especially those representing Bwaka and Roma in the cast. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You give it out to especially those representing Bwaka. Wow. Okay. So you don't want to give it up for Josh, for Daniel, for Ture. But let's take the final call. Hello. Hello?
Yeah, Nelson. I had a call back. Josh called my name.
You can leave me alone.
No, he said my name. I will have you know, sweetheart. I know you're still CDC. You don't used to people telling you the truth. There's something wrong. But listen, I am legally. Listen to me, Judge. I am legally married. You want me to send you my family picture? I can do that for you. I know you're not used to people telling you the truth. I'm not looking for men. I'm only being honest. Let me tell you that. So when you come on here and be lying, you will always get me call to tell you the truth. And no, I'm not looking for men. Give me your number, and I will send you my family picture. I will send you my marriage certificate and everything, and you will see it. Thank you.
No, sweetheart, don't do that. Don't do that. Are you happily married?
Thank you.
Are you happily married?
Thank you, man. Thanks for your contribution. We love you. We appreciate you.
We appreciate your marriage, and we
You
pray
can be
God
legally, but you can't be happily married.
No, Josh. Let's
legally happily and satisfactorily married.
Anybody who call
let's take the final call here.
legally, I will deal with them too.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Quickly.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. I'm Jay calling from Mali. Okay. Yeah, to be precise. We're already on the rescue mission there, trying to link up with Russia. You feel me?
Oh.
And we get eyes on that election down there, already in Mali.
No.
Wait,
sir. Hello.
Call him man over. Call him man over.
Cut that man off. Now the kind of conversation we want to entertain on radio.
Don't call him man off. Don't call him man off.
Gentlemen, you guys, please mute. You guys, please mute. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you said, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm JJ calling from Mali, to be precise.
Okay, you're calling from Mali.
Yeah, we follow the rescue mission as a child soldier children.
No, child soldier children. No, man, no. We're not entertaining any child soldier children here. We want child soldiers, or let's say former child soldiers who have been disarmed and rehabilitated and integrated into the society, not child soldiers who are still I don't want to use that word, but please, yes. This is about us having a conversation around how we can have a better Liberia. And it doesn't matter where you sit, we can all come here and discuss. But that whole child soldier discussion there, I don't want us to go into it. Let me come back to you guys to wrap up. We'll take just 1 minute each because we gotta go. Sorry. We'll start to use Raymond. Let's start with Raymond, and then Ture, and then Josh, and then our brother AB, and then just.
And so, Nelson, I will try first to encourage you to take in consideration what the callers have said, because sometimes when we speak here, there are other people who are out there, they're very knowledgeable about the issues, and they will checkmate or they will support the fights that others provide. So I will appreciate if we can do 2 rounds of call as we do 2 rounds of talking. So my Liberian people, until we cross the finish line on October 10th, this is a process to rescue Liberia. You are the ones suffering, all of us into it. We're the ones who don't have drugs at the hospital. If we in there ourselves, we got people who go into the hospital can get drugs. The roads are so bad. Nothing's happening. The only thing that's happening in our country, one man called Bakugbe flying private jet. One man called Bakugbe building all the homes he ever dreamed of. He got so much money. We heard John Malu. Malba Malu talk about it. We even heard Lester Tenney talk about it. These people are not lying. I will tell you one thing Eugene Nagwe told me. He told me, say, Raymond, me and Mabutu Vlad were in his midst. The same day, George Weah said that the Dole Community Road should be paved when he mandated Mabutu Vlad and Samuel Tuet to find money and pave the road. I advised Mabutu Vlad that it's not possible because it was raining. Mabutu Vlad said, Raymond, the president had mandated us, we will prove to him we're up to the task. And I was telling him, technically it wasn't sound to do in a wet area because the Dole community is a marshland, a swampy area. It wasn't advisable to do roads, especially asphalt pavement in our area because of the weather condition. Eugene Nangbe in our meeting told me, say, Raymond, George Mane Weah is not someone you can talk to. Once you don't agree with him, he listens. So all the other people that are around CDC, they're playing the same thing because they know who he is. If you stop talking to them, agreeing with him, he wouldn't talk to them. That's why he will silence a lot of them, including Prince Johnson. We need to elect a leader who's responsible enough, who will listen. Even if you disagree with him, he will listen to your logic. It's time to vote 2. And not only voting number 2 on October 10th, but going to joeboaka.com and make your contribution. And also pledge to be a pool washer. And let's secure the vote. Because voting is one thing and securing the vote is another thing.
Sharif, go ahead, sir.
Malabran people, we are back again.
I thought you said that Toure are gonna go after Toure than me.
Yeah, yes.
No. We're going. Let's just go by the queue here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Malabran people. We have 2-horse race right now. I can say 2-horse race. It's between Joseph Numa Boakai and George Weah, and we all know who is the best person in that race. Joseph Numa Boakai. Joseph Numa Boakai has been in government for years. This man has not stolen your money. George Weah has. Joseph Numa Boakai is there for you. Joseph Numa Boakai wants to come and bring good governance in our nation. Joseph Numa Boakai wants to connect our roads. Joseph Numa Boakai wants to bring agriculture. Joseph Numa Boakai wants to come and clean our city. Joseph Numa Boakai wants to bring tourism. Joseph Numa Boakai wants to bring integrity to our government. Joseph Numa Boakai is going to hold all these corrupt officials accountable. Joseph Numa Boakai is going to bring good hospitals to us, good educations. Think about it. You go to hospital today, there's no medication, there's no bed. They turn you away. Look at someone who has to undergo surgery that live in the Southeast. They cannot come to Monrovia simply because the roads are cut off. That's not how we want to live. Think about it, that you live in Southeast. Your son has graduated from high school, or your daughter has graduated from high school. He or she wants to further their education, but there's no higher educations in that area. Think about it. That your family are in Monrovia. They want to go and visit you and see you for the Christmas, or maybe for New Year, or maybe for just regular family visit. They cannot see you simply because there's no roads.
Thank you, sir. Let's vote there, Sherry.
Let's vote Joseph Numa Boakai come October 10, 2023. Joseph Numa Boakai, he's the number 2 on the ballot. Let's also support. Let's volunteer to be pool washers. Joseph Numa Boakai, our country is a crossroad. If we miss the opportunity, we'll have no country again called Liberia. My people,
thank you.
Let's vote Joseph Numa Boakai. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Josh, go ahead.
Yeah. Look, thank you so much. And look, I just want to apologize to my sister Amy. I think if we can all chronologically watch all the videos I've been on here, every time she calls, she would be on me. She's something about me that I said was wrong, and she would have to say it. All everyone else, every time she will always say, usually I don't reply. But I didn't mean to say she's looking for men. I just need to push back because look, I can't just be targeted. We're talking about Liberia, we're not talking about George. You know what I mean? I'm very insignificant when it comes to Liberia. I'm not even living there. That's the first thing. So please, I just want you to deal with the issues when you come on this platform. Talk to it. Tell us why Boakai is better than George Weah. Tell why he spent 12 years as a vice president, did not do anything, but now want to do things. Why did he say he advised, and the advice was not given? Why did he stop? Why did he just say, look, I resign? Why did he just leave the country just like other people have done? So that's something. So tell us what I can do. Let me address my brother, what he just said, Brother Sherry. Let me tell Brother Sherry, if he doesn't know Liberia, Tottenham University is one of the best universities in Liberia. It's in the Southeast. It's in Harper. The best hospital I've had 2 people leave Monrovia to go there to be operated on is the J.J. Doxson Hospital in Harper again, Maryland County. You guys don't know things. If you don't know things, ask questions. I grew up in the place. I know what it is.
They are not funded. They are not funded.
Hey,
they were
man,
built.
come
They are
on,
not funded.
Sheriff, let's not interrupt George, please. Sheriff.
If they are not funded, they will not be doing all the operations that we see them do. So just save that one for yourself to believe it. So let me say, we understand the road is bad, and that's why George Weah has come and he said he's working on it. He's going to make it. And he's going to fix
Thank
the
you.
road. So that is clear. Just to end up, look, you ought to vote someone who is doing it. There's someone who say I will do it. That person does not even know what they're talking about. The person who is in there knows exactly what is obtaining and the person is fixing it. George Weah is the one to develop this country. He started it, and we all know all the people, anyone who comes from Southeast has been developmentally oriented. Let's check for Samuel Doe. Samuel Doe was developmentally oriented, and he did extremely well. The Doe coin will tell you what he did for Liberia, because people were taking all of our money back to America and other countries. When he brought about a Doe coin, you cannot take Doe coin out of Liberia. That's what the development was there. Because everybody, once you had that money, you would spend it right there. No, let me finish.
Yeah, but you've exhausted your time, Josh.
Okay, so let me tell you, George Weah has come and he's doing extremely well, and he's going to do this for us. Thank you so much. God bless you and God bless Liberia. And sorry, Amy, call me. You know, you're on WhatsApp, so you know my number. Sorry about
that. So you had to push back. The only way to push back was to
say, who looking for a woman?
Yeah, now you're telling Emmy to call you back. You see? But go ahead, Kamara. Go ahead, David. Let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you very much. You know, we need to be safer at time when we appear on the kind of talk show, especially the kind of public talk show. Let us be cognizant of the fact that people are watching. My next thing that I want to talk about here, there's no need for George Weah to campaign. There's no need for George Weah to campaign, because the developmental oriented George Weah is. That's the reason why our children are taking kush. That's the reason why bulk of majority of our young children, the youthful population that Liberia having today, most of them are taking kush. That is the reason why that they call George Weah Barrow medicine. That is the reason why that the man have paved the coastal highway. The coastal highway is paved. Brothers and sisters, Liberia, we have one best president. That was William Aratobo. William Aratobo was vice president to William V.S. Tubman. For so many years, people never saw him doing what he did when he took over. Today, you have the man on a $100 banknote. That is to tell you that when JMB come to presidency, that he will do well. Vote number 2. And I'll submit.
Thank you very much, Sylvester. And then we'll go to Councilor Tiawan Gonglos. You know, you're celebrating today. You're celebrating because Ami made Ami tried version for you. But listen, we're being fair to everyone here. Mobile and I are being fair to everyone here. We give everybody equal time. But I don't know why when it comes to Josh, everybody say I gave Josh more time, but we give everybody equal time.
To take the private chat.
That's fine. That's fine.
Listen, we will not condone any fight in that private chat.
That private chat got nothing to do with our talk show. So I forget about that private chat.
Oh, go ahead, Sylvester. Go ahead, sir.
Well, you say you're gonna give me at least extra time in my closing.
Okay, I give you 2 seconds. Extra 2 seconds, sir.
My grandma. Jesus, take your 2 seconds back.
Okay, 1 minute 30 seconds. I beg you. Let's get a man 1 minute 30 seconds. I beg you.
Oh, then what a difference.
For transparency, my man.
Yeah. Anyway, Toure, I recommend to you that every time you show up on this show, bring your broom. Bring your broom with you, okay? That's what you represent. I would love to address two things. The first thing I want to talk about is the guy who came up to say that Lofa was not referred to as the bread basket. You can go to sourceup.org. Sourceup.org will give you all that information. You know, there was 350,000 people in Lofa were known for their entrepreneurial attitude and well-functioning agricultural cooperative. At work for y'all, the UP people free. This is the information you're supposed to be bringing on this show here, but you gotta come here. Okay, the next thing, you see, we all come on this big platform, internationally heard, locally heard. When we come in here, we should speak from a source of reliable information. Like for the UP people, get in touch with the spokesman for your campaign. Let him give you updates so that when you speak in here, you're speaking with authority, with facts. Okay, that will make you credible. Okay, and to you, Sharif, the last time you came here, you gave a hard time. Everything, put my flyer up, announce my event. Today, you tell how much you raise here. You say you're the guy with the guys who are going to come and this, that. You tell you stay in doubt of, you know.
And that's where integrity starts from.
Exactly so. That's where it starts from. Again, UP, y'all say y'all get chairman for tag team. We got less than 40 days to election. The battleground is in Liberia. Your tag team here sitting down in Atlanta, Georgia. I call it tag team. There are people on the ground fighting. This is what brings this judgment. Tomorrow, if Joe Barker wins and she holds a position in the government, people that are on the ground, in the trenches, will take some exception. Just a word of advice. I'll stop there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ture? I copied code already, so I gave you 2 minutes.
On me yourself, brother.
And you are still muted in 30 seconds already.
Well, Nelson, thank you so very much. First thing first, let me say, George, I appreciate you publicly apologizing to our sister. That is so nice of you, brother. I really, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for doing that. And since Annie, thank you, man. Thank you for always contributing to this platform. Really appreciate you. Your voice is synonymous to everything we do. Thank you. But let me say this though. President George Manneh Weah failed the Liberian people. President George Manneh Weah did not attend any debate, but yet the Liberians were like, you know what? There's the man that is so synonymous, his life, his upbringing is synonymous to some of our children. So we'll vote for him. The people from Sony, Gibraltar, there, and all of those Baba area there. Even though I didn't grow up in any of those places, but I know. All right? They look at him and they say, you know what? If he can come out of this and become something, our children too can come out of there and become something. So they went ahead and voted for President George Manneh Weah. But in turn, the president dashed their hope, their aspiration, everything they have hoped for, that their children could turn out to be President George Manneh Weah. You see, in life, do not take advantage of people. And the president did that. And when people trust you, always carry their trust with you. Because who put you up can be the same very people that bring you down. Maningo people say, "When you kulunka for see," cause a thing, man. Sherry knows exactly what I'm talking about. When the kiddo says see, if he didn't reach a say, the president hope of a second term have reached to a zenith. President George Manneh Weah, you better off right now telling the Liberian people, thank you for the 6 years you guys afforded me. I have no inclination, absolutely not, zero, that President George Manneh Weah can rewrite another script to leading the Liberian people to the path of prosperity that is so dearly needed right now. It's not there. And George, my brother, you sit in Australia there, enjoying system. George, you and I know, brother. Let us not try to be oblivious to reality. You know, you are engineer student, George. Josh, you're an engineer student, bro. I know you're a smart man. Not because you come here and sit on CDC talking. I know you're a smart man, brother, from your demeanor. I can tell that you're a smart brother. Brother, President George Manneh Weah, the president don't have what it takes, bro. The buck start with the president. If the president cannot look around him and switch things around, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, with all of her sophistication, she still went ahead and moved people around. Because if you don't do that, complacency setting, and complacency is the biggest enemy of any individual can have in their life. Because once you say that, you feel like everything you do is right. Everything you do is right. Because nobody is putting you in check. No one is telling you that, my man, you're drifting, right? And when you allow people to sit there and not check them, complacency builds in. They feel like they are doing everything right. And I'm pretty sure even Josh, where you work, people check on you 24/7. They want to know what you're about. They want to know what you bring to the table. And I know you bring a lot to the table. But under President George Manneh Weah, we did not see any reshuffling. For 6 years, no reshuffling. What does that entail? Come on, brother. Vote number 6. Vote Yaron Gonglo for rule of law, for regulation, and for the Senate of the Republic. I'll submit. Thank you very much, Nelson.
Thank you very much. Madam Celia Coffee-Brown was removed from the NPA, National Port Authority, to the National Housing Authority. Can we point to that as a reshuffle? Anyway, but
but then Nelson have to come in.
Really, Nelson? Really?
No, I don't want us to go there. I don't want us to go there. Listen. I don't want to go there. I'm just saying. Maybe the next edition of the program will come back and pick up all of those pieces, put it together, and see as to whether we can consider all of those things as reshuffle on the part of this.
Yeah,
you can go ahead.
Taking spoon.
Let me conclude, my man.
Conclude.
I know my brother doesn't want to go home. It's late. It's already in the morning. Yeah. Channel guys, thank you for taking all of your time, all the time being here. 2-3 hours. We appreciate that time. But let me go to the fact, right? My brother Josh, man, let us say we all know the condition our country in right now. There's a loss. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we all know the condition our country in right now. We all know. We all know how many students were in school before. Now they are not because they don't have the finance. Many of their parents are not working. They don't have no means of getting a job or even money to finance their children in schools, in various schools. We all know how things are in Liberia. We all know. Because of the Liberian people, we come here every night or every morning to preach what is unfolding in our country. It would be a deception when we come here and say everything is well in our country, Josh. Out of 100%, I would grade our government 30%. Because they have done nothing to transform the life of our people. Today, George, you say you're going in Liberia this month. I challenge you. When you go Liberia, take your phone. Go live. Go marketplaces. Go places. They go live and ask people how things, how you're living. And then you will cut your own, you will cut your coat according to your measurement. The day you come on the show, you'll be like, oh, Zoka, what you said the last time is true. My brother, our people are suffering. We know people who doing at any time what they used to have, now they don't because of job creation. No job. The last time I asked you, my brother George, how many jobs you can tell me about that George Weah administration are created for our people or create for our people? You never tell me. You only say that government can create jobs. Of course, but government created avenue for jobs, for competence to come. Everybody, let me conclude by
Thank you.
Okay, let me conclude. I beg you. Let me conclude. Now, right? Let me not conclude by saying our people in Liberia, please, we're begging you, your vote JMB for a transformation to change the incompetent government. Vote JMB. Joseph Yuma Boakai #2 on the ballot box. Go there, October 10. Vote for him so he can transform your life. And I can say this to you tonight. If you vote him, your life will never be the same. And go to joeboakai.com. Make a contribution for poor watchers. Let people go there and protect your vote. Anybody from the diaspora, from wheresoever you're watching us from, go to joeboakai.com. Make a contribution as we all doing, or other people are dead. And go there, make a contribution, and let your vote be secure and protected. Thank you. I submit.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Moba.
But
oh my word!
Toure,
thanks a lot, Moba. So
Toure, you apologize.
Apologize, Uncle. Apologize for what?
Oh, okay.
Uncle, what do you want me to apologize? No, Uncle, if you want me to apologize, I can apologize. You my uncle, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna wait. Uncle, I apologize.
No, not to me, to the lady that come.
Toure, I'm your uncle as well. I'm your uncle as well, Toure.
Uncle, I apologize based on what? I didn't say anything. It was George.
So yes, let me say this.
From reliable sources say you are flirting in the comment section.
Let him check the private chat.
Don't mind.
Yeah, leave that private chat thing.
Man, that private chat secret that coming up. What did I man? I want to be discussing on this show here.
But listen, I want to say thanks to everyone. I want to say thanks. Okay, so please, I don't know. Kindly permit me, everyone, to just squeeze in this person. This person has been on for 15 minutes. Imagine that. I didn't even know. Yes, this person has been holding on so long for 15 good minutes. Let me just squeeze this person in. Sandy, as soon as you hear me say I want to squeeze somebody in, you start calling. Sandy, we get time for CPB people here today.
But why you can't on today?
Oh, Georgie,
let's have you. Hello, go ahead. You live.
Okay. Thanks for giving me the opportunity, Nelson. Good morning, Nelson, and good morning to my fellow Liberians. Again, I'm calling from Germany, Kenneth. Well, I got a question for George.
Okay.
There's an opportunity for me today. Yeah, there's an opportunity for George to answer this question. But let me just say something. George lives in Australia. I mean Germany, Europe, to be specific. And yet, when it has to do with corruption, if you get out of the government, there is no more chance for the rest of your life to serve in the federal government, for that matter. Okay, look, for example, money got missing in the first 100 days during this President George Weah regime. The first 100 days, money got missing at the port, no clue. The money that got missing, even George, when he came to power, he was broke. He built all the 47 apartments. Today, he cannot even show where he got that money from. But that's the question, George. I want you to just answer my question. Go back. Also, the first 100 days when George Weah started having problem with Yaga Koliba, with all the insults up to now, even though everybody embarrassed over Yaga Koliba because he insult George Weah, insult
yes, sir.
other
Can
people.
you? Yeah.
But,
Yeah. You want to go to the question?
Yeah, go to the question. Yaga Koliba challenged George Weah. Say, okay, if you can show me any a withdrawal slip for your bank account showing $10,000, I resign. Why George Weah not use that opportunity to prove to the Liberian people that he had a $10,000 for your account, and today that he's tormenting everybody? Why you not took that opportunity?
Thank you.
For you to call back.
Thank you.
Can you answer that question, please?
Thank you. You want to answer the question? I thought to have him come in because he's been holding on so long. We have to do justice to our audience as well. Those who take up time to watch us. Josh, you want to say something to that? Just in maybe just few seconds.
Yeah. So look, guys, and I just don't want to be derogatory to anyone, right? And I believe that we all deserve to be heard because we are Liberians, and our right is, to freedom of speech. That's what George we are, continuing to champion. So here's what I want to say to the brother. For the first part is that no money got missing. And I know how many times we need to say this thing that no money got missing, because the Americans were invited. Crow did a report. I still have the report on my decks here. No money got missing. That's why you see the people that they put in jail. No, I got to finish it. No money got missing. So no, anybody who continue to say, even in the Senate, where the report was read and given to them as copy, and they read the report and say no money is missing. For Koroba to still come from there and say money is missing, that he won.
Thank you.
He won this, he won that. That is an example of deranged people. You don't respond to them. Why Joseph Barra did not respond to how they call it, to Cosa allegation? They were great.
Okay, thank you very much.
Nancy, please a second. Nancy, please a second. What I said it was an opportunity for how you call it, for Georgia, for this guy to go, for you call about to go. Why you not prove himself? He said if you check and show me a slip that you would draw 10,000 from your, I will resign. It was an opportunity.
Listen.
Address the question.
Yeah, listen, my brother. Yeah, Nelson, thank you for this one. Let me just answer this guy. No, certain opportunities are not to be taken. Koroba does not have any career in his life. You think he will want leader position? You think why he wanted to go in the bush now? Because that's the only thing you're holding on to.
You can't be a security personnel. You can't be a security person.
Security personnel.
So let
me just say something.
So let's not. Yeah. But George, I think you responded to that.
No, I haven't. Not in your totality. Not in your totality.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Okay. If that's what you want to do, then you don't want me to answer the guy. And I think that guy is really looking for my response.
But your question is well answered, sir. Right?
I just trying to say,
I think you need to withdraw the word deranged. You use the word deranged on Yeke Koroba, please.
Please, guys. Let's hold on.
Be nice.
Gentlemen, let's hold on and squeeze this person in very quick. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
My name is Famata Boyma. This question is going to Josh Weir. I know he got his fan. I'm kind of like trying to back him or cover up for him. All they talk about is what he did. Rules, buildings, electric, all those things is all rhetoric. And I would say he'll have to focus on justice. He's not focusing on justice. And everything they talk about, they try to convince people to vote for him or to carry him for second term. It shouldn't happen to our Liberian people.
Thank you.
We have lost so many people in this country. We have to focus now and vote right for our children. The three missing boys, one of those are my brother. Up to this time, nothing has come from there. What he did to my brother, it was evil. What he did to the auditors was evil. All the other people that got involved in his government is corrupt, trying to break our country down. You please help and you keep doing the good job you're doing. Thanks so much to all of you guys.
Thank you very much. Our brother Sandy. Sandy wants to make a point. Let me just squeeze Sandy.
Oh my God. My man, absent from class. They still.
Yeah, the man absent from class, but let's talk about the man. Maybe the man won't speak. What's
it? 10 minutes, man.
Okay, go ahead, my man. You have 2 minutes. Sandy, quickly.
Yes, good evening, gentlemen. I'm sorry I couldn't appear tonight. Family responsibility took over. But I watched the show while I was away, and I mean, it has been difficult for Josh to cover up for the CDC. And I say cover up because nothing the brother has said tonight on the show that is true, that is factual. He knows that the CDC government headed by Josh Weir has been corrupt, and the Liberian people are suffering the massive corruption under his administration. So the only alternative, of course, come October 10 is that exact comments. But I want to say thank you guys, and I'll be with you guys on Monday.
Thank you, man.
Take care. Love you, man.
So we want to hold it at that to say thank you, Ture. What you? I see your hand up.
Don't say anything.
5 seconds, Nelson. 5 seconds, Nelson. Please,
George,
5 seconds.
George.
Okay.
5 seconds.
Yes,
Look,
George.
let me say, George. Why I appreciate you saying that no money went missing. Like the 16 billion, Chrome did that, and Chrome is a financial firm right in it for that area. Okay. And by the way, Uncle, tomorrow go on Woolen, I'll get my broom tomorrow. But look though, George, you did not also talk about on that very report the 25 million United States dollars that were used for the winner.
We will not go. We will not drag. Listen, gentlemen, we gotta go. We're not drag that.
George, your background correct. Go to bed, George.
I want to say thanks to everyone.
You can't defend the government. The government have blown up massively. You can't defend the government.
Let's not do this. Just before we close up, let me on this note say that as a host here tonight, I sincerely apologize to our viewers, our audience, for and on behalf of George also for the way he referred to our sister, a female, here on this platform tonight. I thought he went a little overboard, and this is something that we all should try to always do, regardless. This is an intellectual exchange. Of course, there will be some punches, but let's try to be saver as we do what we do, as we make our points, as we go after one another, so we want to say sincere apologies to our viewers, our audience tonight. And I thought it was a great show, and I want to say thanks to all of you as well for coming up here and making a contribution to the platform tonight. So we're gonna be here again when? Monday, right? Yeah. Monday. It will be Tuesday here in Liberia. So I want to say thanks to all of you for making your contribution tonight.
Happy Labor Day to all of you.
Thank you all. Don't forget to vote for Jason Mabwaka.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, be number 2.
We'll do better as a team.
When you make that report, then we'll get it
do better as a team. How we conduct ourselves, you know what I mean? We definitely need to go in the bush.
Stop looking at my background.
We'll have to go in the bush. We'll have to go in the bush and figure out how to conduct ourselves.
I'm jealous of you, brother. I'm jealous.
Good night, man.
Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nelson. God bless you. Stay safe.
And sorry to everyone who's still trying to call, but we just can't take all of your calls.
Get home safe, Nelson. Get home safe.
Get home safe, bro. Thanks, Nelson.
Thanks a whole lot.
And don't forget everyone to vote for Jason Mabwaka.
Who the everyone? Listen, as much as I'm going to vote, I don't support any political party. I hold no allegiance to any political party. I'm a journalist.
Journalist. We can discuss that.
But I'm going to vote. I will vote. October 10, I'll vote. Yeah.
Most definitely.
But thank you very much, Sherry.
The only thing I have to tell you that when you go and vote, remember Liberia. Put Liberia first.
Yeah. We always put Liberia first. Thanks a lot, man, Sherry. You see, Gloria says I'm a seditian. Imagine that.
Yeah, that's a general consensus. You're a seditian.
And the guy who said he's a child soldier from Mali, the guy sent me one long voice message threatening me. Imagine the guy is threatening me. He says, "Josh Weah is paying you, right? Josh Weah is paying you, but watch out."
I saw some profile called JJDP. I don't know that in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's I appreciate when everybody can come on and express themselves. I mean, it's important we do that. Yes, I would never think that I would never have that thought that everybody will agree with me or like me or believe in what I do.
The thing about it is this. It's like I understand. People take this thing personal. They get into their feeling, and then they take that to a certain extent that I personally don't condone, and going to some extent as threatening someone, which I don't appreciate that. No one deserves that, and you do your job as a journalist. So, and there's no reason of somebody sending you a long voicemail and then using all those words or making threatening remarks against you, and then it's just not called for.
Yeah, but thank you, man, Sharif. It's been a great
right,
time
brother.
here, and we look forward to it.
Take care, brother.
Okay.
Take care. All right.
Well, folks out there, we want to say thank you for joining us tonight on the program. Thanks for making your contribution. Thanks for taking up your time to watch the show every night. We appreciate you. Those of you in Radio Lane, thanks for always listening to us. And we appreciate the fact that you are there. It's because you are there that we are here. And together we are all making contribution to this country. You can join us for another edition of the program. It's going to be tomorrow for those of you in other parts of the world. Here in Liberia will be 1 a.m. on Tuesday. So you can join us. Until that time, have for yourselves a good night. I'm Nelson Colette. And thanks to all of the guys who have been here tonight. And bye-bye. Let's remember that Liberia first, and let's keep the peace that we now enjoy. Bye-bye for now.